Good evening, folks. Welcome to Debate the News on this Tuesday, May 11th, 2025. March 11th, 2025. Guys, I'm excited to be here. Hopefully you guys are excited to be here. We got a nice one lined up for you today. We have the Trump economy, the Trump tariffs versus the U.S. economy and the rest of the world, guys. So we're going to be speaking about that because there's a lot of things that's been happening to the stock market with tariffs, with Mexico, with Canada, with China, and with President Trump. So with that being said, folks, I'm excited to be here. Happy to have each and every one of you guys here, folks. So, hey, if you're listening to us at home, download the Chatter social app, either at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And if you're already here, click the link up top, folks, and download some podcasts. Let's get started.
You're muted, Jonathan. Jonathan, we can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Thank you, guys. Welcome to the show. Guys, I don't know what was on his mind. We had to drop him down. These Canadians, they're becoming really invasive species. So maybe Trump's on to something, What was up with Norm jumping on camera like that? All right, guys, if Norm jumps on camera again, kick him out of the room. Kick him out of the room. All right, once again. So with that being said, folks, welcome to the show. Guys, very interesting 2 days. Yesterday I woke up and the market was going crazy. The first thing I looked at was the bond, the 10-year. And before I even looked at, the market, I was looking at the 10-year and I was like, why is the 10-year down? And I'm like, okay, interest rates are going to be great because the 10-year is a predictor of what the mortgage interest rate is going to look like. So I was looking at the treasury bonds and I was like excited. And so I started looking at the rest of the market. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So obviously, President Trump gave I guess, an interview on Fox News over the weekend on Sunday where he would not rule out the fact that we may go into a recession. And I was like, whoa, okay. And the market reacted horribly. Not only did he give that one interview, he was actually then on the Air Force One. And once again, he failed to rule out. He refused to rule out the fact that we may go into a recession. So the market reacted negatively for that, and I was like, wow. So it was a very exciting and eventful day because I gotta give one thing to this president. He got to set up. I'm not gonna say balls. This guy, he doesn't care. I mean, if he wants to do something, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna stick to it. So I gotta give him credit for that. Shout out to you, President Trump, for that. But with that being said, folks, the market reacted really negatively to that. And so I was like, wow, just watching the market. And then today, I thought, he's going to try to walk something back. No, no, no. He threatens to put 50% tariffs on on Canada, on aluminum and steel. And I'm like, what the hell? And once again, the market goes down 700 points. I'm watching the market all day today. And I'm like, wow. But it rebounded, as the press secretary was speaking. It started to rebound because I was watching her speak. And it closed down about 400 points, I'll consider, I call it a win, considering where I thought it was going. So I'm happy to be here, folks. So got a lot of people here today. I see we got Nelson Epega here. Nelson, what's up? How you doing?
Doing good. Good to be here. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that. And who else? Okay. So Nelson, yeah, we're definitely going to talk about this. I was just looking down to see who else we had here. But with that being said, Skald, do you want to jump in and give us some insight about what's been going on?
Well, I'll go ahead and do my best here, Jonathan. I mean, the majority of this fallout is coming from the ongoing trade war that we have opened on all fronts, right? With these tariffs, many on our closest geographical neighbors and trading partners that signed the USMCA under Trump's first term, a bill that he had created, a treaty that he had designed in order to replace NAFTA, which was attempt, though misguided by the Clinton presidency, to create a free trade zone between our nearest neighbors, Canada and Mexico. But now it's spread, right? Now it's not just Canada, not just Mexico, it's now spread to China, which the tariffs from his first term are still in effect on China, right? So these are additional tariffs. And gosh, everybody's whispering about Europe. Nothing's happened yet. But trust me, there's a lot more downside to be had, folks, if this tariff talk continues. And I land.
Okay.
Did the
So
market not rebound? What, it was down 700, ended up rebounding down 400? Am I correct?
yeah. I mentioned that. I made mention of that when I was opening up. So was that your Dateline, or that's just your take on what happened in the market with the market? Just
Oh,
wondering.
that's just my market take. You want my Dateline, buddy?
Okay, one second, hold on. Yeah, so the market, it was down 700 points and it rebounded, back down. It ended at 400. I think I guess when the Canadians decided to remove the 25% tariff on the electricity, that was coming over, I think the market reacted favorably to that. They saw that as a positive move. That's what my take is. Because, when he threatened to hit on 50% tariffs on the aluminum and steel and, some more stuff on the auto industry, it got a bit frightening for all of us, trying to figure out what's going on. But, it seems as if, I mean, guys, just look, 400, down 400 points, and we consider that a win. So, those are the times we're in right now at the moment. So hopefully, he has this thing figured out. Like I said, I'm going to always support our president because I need him to win. Because in order for me to win, he has to win. So definitely going to do that. Looking forward to that. But yeah, guys, been a very, very eventful day in the market all day today. So it was a roller coaster today. I watched it. I watched it go down 700 something points. I was like, my gosh, are we going to finish down around 900 points a day? What's going to happen? And to see that we closed down only 400 points, I felt a relief. And that's strange to feel a relief to only close down 400 points after closing down the way we did yesterday. So, absolutely, Cindy, that was a rebound. So now, on a positive note, I think NASDAQ was up, right, Skald? All right. So I believe NASDAQ was up. And so that was, the bond market, did not react favorably. Yield went up. The yield went up some. So with that being said, what I want to do is I want to jump
So
in.
sorry, did you say Nasdaq was up? No, it closed slightly. It was slightly lower. Just not nearly as bad as Dow. But also S&P 500 and SPY, which is obviously a derivative of that.
Well,
We're also closed down on the day, and Dow Jones, right? It was down pretty badly there, and it rebounded a little bit as we saw a back off, right, of both Ontario on the energy tariffs, as well as Trump halting his plan to double the tariffs on aluminum and steel production. Both of these go into pretty heavily the making of cars, like the F-150, the top selling vehicle in 48 of 50 states, is uses aluminum extrusions. And the reason they use aluminum extrusions for the frame is extruded aluminum has a 17% higher tensile strength than cast aluminum. And any engineer you talk to will tell you that. And the reason why Elon Musk uses cast aluminum is the reason why Cybertrucks have their bumpers falling off. Anyway, I land.
Before you land, why don't you go ahead and give us a dateline so we can jump right into this, man? Because I'm anxious to get into this conversation because there's a lot to discuss here tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Debate the News on March 11th, 2025. Once again, we have a ongoing tariff war that continues to heat up, and people are continuing to try to hold back the U.S. presidency from engaging in an all-out trade war with our nearest neighbors and largest trading partners. Canada had put a tariff that went into effect on Monday, a 25% tariff on all energy coming to the United States. Yes, we do buy energy from Canada. It does come over power lines in 3 different states and is part of America's electrical grid. And in response, President Trump threatened to double the tariff, which it was already sizable 20%, 25% he had added, on aluminum and steel. As a result of this, Canada has backed off their tariffs. He's backed off the aluminum and steel tariffs. And the market was saved. And by saved, I mean down less than it was down earlier, but it still finished down for yet another red day in a series of brutal losses. The market has now shed $4.4 trillion in value over the last month and a half, and really mostly within the last 20 trading days, last 4 weeks of trading. We have seen the complete erasure of everything that happened during the Trump pump after his inauguration. Stocks soared after he won the election. Almost immediately stocks started pumping, and it went through his inauguration. And now we've bled off all of that, and now we're tuning into the bedrock of the Biden economy that was supposedly terrible. And we're now starting to destroy that value as well, folks. In addition to all of this, a Fox News reporter asked the White House press secretary today in a news conference if she had ever paid a tariff, and she said she had not. And she felt that it was unfair for a reporter to call out her lack of knowledge on economics. That's where we're at, folks. We're cooked.
That was not a Fox. That was not a Fox News reporter.
That was absolutely cooked. It wasn't a Fox News reporter. Is that right, Grant?
It's a
It
Dateline.
was.
It's a
It was an
Dateline.
AP.
Hey,
But it
Grant,
was
we're on a
a
Dateline,
reporter.
Grant, we're on a Dateline.
It was a reporter, and that was her answer, and we are still cooked. It doesn't matter who asked the question. What matters is the response. In addition to this, NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, is cutting 1,000 workers, 20% of its workforce. Hope you guys didn't like knowing what the weather was going to be, because you're not going to know in the near future. FEMA cancels the National Fire Academy classes. I guess that's great. Sorry for people that have experienced wildfires lately, but we're not going to be training people on that anymore. 80,000 health and human service employees have been offered a $25,000 buyout. And Trump has posted I'll just leave that there. But it was basically kicking back on egg prices. We'll get to that in a second. Egg prices actually did fall. Egg futures actually did fall, so we might have some relief on. We might not see $25 eggs, $25 a dozen, folks. So that was one good thing that happened today. The Social Security Administration to take back 100% of monthly checks from recipients who were overpaid, up to the current 10%. Most overpays are indeed the agency's fault, saving a little money there. And the Justice Department removed 3 officials from its National Security Division on a sweeping overhaul, looking for what they call to be traitors. And I land for the liberal Dateline.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. Wow, Grant, does anyone want to give a shot for a conservative Dateline? Is there anyone that want to give it a shot? Anyone going twice? All right, so
Yeah. What's the big hurry?
what's that?
What's the big hurry? You're like going twice.
No, well, because of dead air. That's all.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Okay.
Well, one conservative news story I would like to mention that has gotten some traction in conservative media, but I think should be very concerning to all of us. Tulsi Gabbard has said that 50 people directly related to ISIS crossed the border, and they no longer know where they're at under the Biden presidency. However, that was the story last week. Looking into this story as it's developed, it seems to be a lot worse than we thought. A total of 4,000 people were smuggled across the southern border by a smuggling network directly connected to ISIS, the reprehensible terrorist group from from the Middle East. And what has happened is only 8 of them were caught by the Biden administration. An additional 42 of them were caught and released for some reason, which boggles the mind. And 50 of them they lost entirely. Now, out of the 4,000, apparently 3,900 of them were just random people that didn't know their smugglers were related to ISIS. But these 100 folks had actual direct ties to the terrorists. And, Tulsi Gabbard was talking about that as a national security concern. And it's kind of being downplayed, and no one's really talking about it in the media. But, that's Sleepy Joe for you, just letting terrorists into our country and losing track of them.
Okay. Is he done now? Because
Let's do it. Let's do it.
oh man, I tell you what, it's crazy because you guys are living in a historical moment to be able to witness Donald Trump in real time today give a master class on negotiating.
Let's go.
And that's what's happening right now, ladies, in the news. The news is not the headlines. The news is reality. As Donald Trump pushes back on Canada, Canada immediately takes a knee. Both knees, probably.
Boom.
Wrong, Grant.
Wake it up,
Build
Grant.
Wrong.
up, build
Let's
up, build
go.
up,
Wrong.
and banged it out as Canada took a knee. By the way, it was an AP reporter, not a Fox News reporter. False narrative there delivered by who's normally a fairly fair person, Skald. It was AP, and AP challenged Carolyn, saying, "Have you never paid a tariff?" No one has ever paid a tariff, folks. Tariffs are paid before the product gets to the country as a tax to the country, not to the consumer, unless you elect. And by the way, a tariff does not mean the product's price was increased. Typically, it means the owner or manufacturer or the distribution network had lower profits. In this case, you have been being fucked by the Canadian government for 25 years on butter, timber, electrical, and that's the greatest news of the day. Okay, did the stock market take a bounce that Jonathan Bing is very worried about? Yes, there's going to be disruption in the cycle. You also have job layoffs going up at dramatic levels, and they will continue. If you're in the government, you should be very, very concerned. If you're not doing your job, you should be very concerned. Some of you deadbeats in the room tonight that are maybe, ripping the government off, trying to claim this or claim that, you should also be very concerned because Donald Trump and Elon Musk at Doge are putting order into our country. Last thing I'll say is the state of California will be next, where I believe that they will be demanding here before the summertime that the entire California government produces transparency on their budgets like Doge is doing to the different departments.
Grant, I agree with you that today is a very historic day in American history because we just witnessed American president for the first time
But I don't think I was
become a
finished. I don't think
cashless person.
I wasn't quite finished. I wasn't quite
Were,
finished.
were you were you were you were you paused though? Or if I
It,
could
Answer
land
the
with
difference
this,
the difference between me landing a plane and you landing one is I actually own one.
And it's called a
we are not
G650.
here.
And by the
It,
way, it's called a G650
yeah. So
Nobody cares.
ER.
step aside, get off your damn African donkey, and just watch the show.
Fuck off.
ER.
I'm going to get you in a
Let's
minute, Grant.
go.
Yvonne, get him,
Exactly.
okay?
Exactly. Okay. Egg
No,
prices are coming
nobody
down.
cares, and I'd like to respond.
Egg prices are
Right.
coming
Get him.
down. Egg prices are coming down because, by the way, the supply is going up. It has nothing to do with egg prices. It's not due to inflation. I said in November 6th, I said the first 3 months of the year, the headlines will be deflation and recession. We will go into recession. Donald Trump as a leader is willing to move into a recession. He's going to give you the real numbers. It's going to be painful for a moment, not for most of you in this room, because you wouldn't know pain if you felt it, because you've been hammered. They've been hammering on your ass for years. So what Donald Trump's going to do is he's going to come with his tax breaks. He is going to abolish the tax code. By the way, all of you will love that, even though you might not think you are. He's going to abolish the tax code. We talked about it before. He is still persistent to have our neighbor, Canada, join us. And that negotiations is underway right now as you live through this special moment in history.
Grant,
Thank you,
we're not
Jonathan.
joining
Thank you,
you.
Jonathan,
Grant,
for
Grant,
this
Grant,
time.
No,
Grant,
no,
Grant.
no. One mic.
Okay,
Norm, if you
sorry.
ever, Norm, if you ever interrupt
Okay.
the Dateline again, I'm gonna remove you from the room. Okay, respectfully, bro. Okay, let's not do that. When we're doing a Dateline, do not interrupt. Go ahead, Grant. I need you to go ahead and land that plane the right
No, no,
way.
I'm landed. I'm landed. I'm taxing to my FBO where someone will come out and roll a red carpet out for me to walk to the FBO and have champagne on my way over there.
Let's go.
All right. Before we jump into that, all right, because there's something else I want to address because we're ready to jump into this really, really hard. Tira, the Department of Education received an email, okay, saying for, I guess, security reasons that they need to be out of their offices by 6 p.m. tonight and that the office will be closed, I believe, until Thursday for security reasons. Tara, are you familiar with that?
I didn't realize they said for security reasons, they were told they had to leave the office by tonight. Yeah, everybody.
Absolutely. But anyone else heard have anything about that? Because that's pretty interesting. Because the Department of Education is actually next. It's next on the
It
list.
is next. You're absolutely right.
Go ahead. So I'm
It
wondering.
is next.
Go ahead. So what's the play here, Grant? What do you
You're
think the
going to
play
see
is?
two or three of them. You're going to see two or three of them shut down at a time here in a little bit.
Okay. So basically,
Well, wait a
why?
second, but they also said it was reopened on March 13th, on
Yeah, on
Thursday.
Thursday. On Thursday.
So that's a little weird because it's not like really closing it, it's closing it for a day. I don't get it.
That is closing.
Tara, the reason I'm saying that because if
Could
no
shut
one's there,
something down and start something again. In case you guys didn't know that, you can push a tariff or a tax or remove something and add it back later. By the way, that's what all startups or founders that take over a startup, a failing department, division, a company, or a country, you would actually stop something and then restart it.
yeah. So Grant, the reason I say that, and I'm going to agree with Grant on this one. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Grant. I think it is closing. I think they're sending the people home, and the people aren't going to have an office to come back to on Thursday. That's what I'm thinking.
I think I think
Well,
they're
but
I think they're gonna. It's a
they
flush
also
out. It's a
fired
flush out
50%
message.
of the Department of Education workforce. There was just an email that went out saying 50% of you, I don't know who they are, but are gone. Now you have to understand that
when was that? When did that
technically
email go out, Tara?
6 o'clock today, I think.
Today.
There
Yeah,
you go.
today. You're right.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And this is a business strategy where you can send a notice to, let's say, 1,000 people, and the ones that wanted to quit will terminate themselves immediately. You'll then make an offer to the rest of them, those that want to go and have been thinking about going. If you've ever run a company, you know there's probably a third of your company that on any given day is thinking about leaving, wanting to quit, wanting to do something else, looking for other opportunities. So he's going to flush out. Elon's done this at every company he's ever been to. They'll flush themselves out. Then he'll make offers to entice people that want to leave. By the way, Joe Biden did this with COVID. First, he offered you something to take the shot, and then later he threatened you. And it worked on many of you in this room.
Grant, are you going to fill in the blanks that Congress didn't actually appropriate that money, so the people that he's quote unquote offering some shit don't actually have anything by the time that they quit and take that offer? Are you going to fill that
He'll
part
get
in?
it. He'll get it approved.
Do you have a guarantee on that? Because I know employees that have actually taken that buyout and are sitting on their hands and don't have anything to show for it.
Well,
So what happens
maybe,
to those
maybe
people?
it's kind of like an insurance claim. We're going to pay you. Just
Maybe,
don't know when.
oh wow. So those people, those hardworking Americans that work for the government, have devoted their lives to the government.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
to
Those
wait on the
people that
maybe.
those
Okay.
people that haven't been to work, haven't been to the office in
Okay.
years.
Wait. Working from home doesn't mean that they haven't been to work. Actually, productivity was shown to actually go up during COVID while people were working from home instead of working in the office. I know the same doesn't apply
Then
for your
then then
business and
then,
for
then
car
why did all
businesses.
the banks? Why did all the bank and the tech companies and J.P. Morgan, Jamie Dimon say, "Hey, you got to get back to work 5 days
Well,
a
that's
week"?
simple. That's actually simple because they're paying tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars for commercial space that's burning a hole in their pocket for those
That's
people not to be at
ridiculous.
work.
They're
What are you
still
talking
paying for
about?
the office space.
Exactly. And they want to pay and make it
It had
worth
nothing to do
something,
with the
which is
office
why they
space.
brought their ass back to work
It had
in the
nothing to do with
office.
the office space. If you're
What are you
paying
talking
if
about?
you're paying $10 million a month in office space, whether it's empty or not, you're still paying 10 million. They brought people back to the office because the productivity went down, and
That's
you
bullshit. Can you
should
show
know
me
that,
stats on
Luis,
that?
because
Show me some evidence. Show me
you're
some evidence of that. You're speaking from
well,
conjecture.
well.
I need you to show
Why
me
would every
evidence of that.
tech company and every bank require people to go back to the office
We
because they
just
had rent
discussed the
to?
price of the real estate is there, regardless of if people are there or not. So
The
if you're
price
going to pay for that real estate, you want people in that real
the
estate.
price of the
That you're
real
a real
estate
estate developer. You know
the,
that.
the price of the real estate didn't go down because somebody's in the room.
I didn't say the price of the real estate went down. I said they're paying it nonetheless. So you want people actually filling that square footage because that
Yeah,
square footage
bro,
actually
you're
costs some
talking
money.
you're talking like a poor man, okay? If you order
What the fuck are you
breakfast,
talking about?
if you order breakfast and it's $15, it's $15 whether you eat it or leave it. You're not going to save $15 because you eat the whole plate. The price doesn't go down because you eat it all or because you leave it all.
Are you
People,
listening or
the
just talking? I
company
never said
owners,
anything about the commercial prices going
company
down.
owners, Ernst Young, who has 246,000 employees, is not requiring people back into the office because they have rent to pay. Has nothing to do with it. Its productivity went down. Productivity did not go up during COVID. That's a lot. It was temporary if it even happened. It went down. And that's why they're forcing people back to the office. And many of these government employees are not going to go back to the office because they're spoiled, they're ruined, and many of them were not working.
Let
And
me let me
what
explain
Trump and
something to
Doge is
you,
doing
Graham.
is working.
Let me explain something to you. In particular, the Department of Veterans Affairs. They, as we know, for years, there's been a backlog in a lot of the cases that go through the VA, right? Backlog for disability claims and the like, right? So what they had to do was hire more people, but they couldn't fit all of those people in those buildings. So they sent a lot of the workforce home, the people that were there for the longest, for 5 years and more. They sent them home to telework. They had their newer employees remain on campus, right? And that was because they needed to be able to help more veterans. And in order to do so, they had to send people home to telework. That's what you're not getting. If we are only bound by the butts that are in seats, right, then you're missing out on people that can do their job at home, which means the government actually becomes less efficient because you're only banking on a butt in a seat versus a butt in a seat at their home. That's what Luis is talking about, and that's what you're not getting.
What Louise is talking about has got nothing to do with economics. We are almost $2 trillion over budget. When that happens, you need
Can
to
you
start paying
respond to my
attention.
point though, Grant?
You need to start paying attention to every penny that you spend. The moment you go over your income,
He
you
can't
should
respond to
start
your point.
paying
He has to
attention.
bullshit. This is
Excuse
called
me.
the weaves.
You should start paying attention to what you're spending. And
Grant, listen, I know you said, look, first of all, chat
But
slays you.
you know,
Chat and
if
Louis
the
slays you.
office was a bad expense, then you would get rid of the office completely. You would walk away from the lease. By the way, if they can walk from employees, they can walk away from leases. It is the U.S. government.
First of all,
It's
those
a,
buildings, most of those buildings, aren't they government owned buildings? Those,
yeah.
so they're government owned buildings. Let's start it. Grant, what I don't understand is, right, we're trying to shut down a deal, Department of Education. At the same time, he's trying to run a tariff war. That's just, I'm sorry, fucking up our economy. Okay.
And he got Ukraine to sign off today.
Oh, okay. Wait. I gotta speak to that. That is garbage, garbage, garbage. So here's what happened. Ukraine actually won today because guess what happened?
And he got $1
Wait,
trillion.
shut. Be
Excuse me.
quiet, Grant. I'm
And he got
speaking and you're not.
he
I
got
am
I
speaking, so
wasn't
you
finished.
better shut up.
I
Just
wasn't
shut your
finished.
trap for the first
Yeah,
time in
you
your
never
life.
finished.
Listen to somebody, okay? So here's what happened today with Ukraine. What Ukraine did was basically they got the U.S. to agree to give them back all the security capabilities, all of the data information that the United States had withdrawn from them. And they said, and we'll negotiate a minerals agreement in the future. There's literally, the United States didn't get anything. It didn't get the mineral thing they wanted. It didn't get any of the other things that Trump was saying. This was a victory for Ukraine. So
bullshit,
what are you talking about? Tell
bullshit,
me exactly
bullshit,
what happened here
bullshit,
that was so great from Donald Trump. He
bullshit,
couldn't have
bullshit,
done
bullshit,
this like a week ago?
bullshit. Let me break down the most important thing that you missed in that spill. The most important thing that you missed in that spill was them agreeing to a 30-day ceasefire in order to further negotiations with Russia. That's the most
They
important
would have done
component
that
of it.
anyway.
They
What are
they
you
weren't doing
talking
shit.
about?
And on
They
top of that,
just,
and on top,
no, Nelson, they just launched the
there we go. And on top of
It's
that,
not
I'm gonna hit you one more time. On top of that, Zelensky issued an apology in writing to President Trump. Right? So no.
He did
You,
that last week.
boom. There we go. One more time. So
Nelson, let's talk.
there we go. You
Let's go,
motherfuckers,
Nelson.
you motherfuckers must have forgot who I am, god damn it. Listen, here's the bottom line.
Stop
Here's
it.
the bottom line, all right? The bottom line is this 30-day ceasefire. These guys are closer to working the deal out, and Trump is closer to getting the deal done. Point blank, period. There we
Okay.
go.
How
Can
many
I
Ukrainians died in the
Except
please?
what
price of
happens
dollars?
if Putin.
One at a time, you rowdy motherfuckers. God damn
Did
it. Let's get to
Russia
something
Stop,
agree to the
fresh.
stop
ceasefire?
muting
One
me.
mic on Tara, guys. One mic on
Thanks.
Tara.
Stop
Tara.
muting me. Nelson, if you're doing it, stop it. Okay. So listen, he could have gotten this done last week and he would have had a minerals deal in place as well if he hadn't done that stupid ass stuff that he did with JD Vance and the apology stuff. Okay. He would have had the mineral deal signed that he wanted. Instead, he has a, we'll talk about it later. Zelensky always wanted a ceasefire on these terms. What are the terms? He doesn't have to give up anything. All he's doing is saying, I won't, if Russia won't attack me for 30 days, I won't attack them for 30 days. He's fine with that. He always was fine with it. This was a Trump papering over. This is a typical Trump thing. He's going to say huge victory when in fact he could have had this last week with a minerals deal, which he does not currently have. Thank you.
Man, you know what I'm trying to understand, Grant?
It,
Grant,
was,
it
it
seems
is
like.
a big deal. The only thing bigger than this deal is your forehead.
Put him on mute, Grant.
Yeah,
Okay,
yo.
it is a big deal. By the way, the $1 trillion that he got from the desert today is also a big deal, and you guys can't acknowledge that. You guys have DTS, okay? You guys are haters. You guys do not want to see this country win. And Tira,
That's right.
you are the most surprising of everyone for the lack of patriotism that you have for this country. It's amazing
How
to me.
dare you? How dare you? You sit there, you smug, self-satisfied, sort of scam artist. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
smug and you're self-satisfied
listen,
and you
listen.
constantly
There we go. One more time. Listen, I mean,
Have
Let
I
her
ever,
finish,
listen,
Nelson.
have I ever,
listen. If
no,
you,
I have a question for Tira. Have I ever, Tira, you're claiming me to be a scam artist. Have I ever scammed you out of anything?
Okay, I take that
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
That was,
yeah.
I
One
should not
second,
have
Grant.
said that, and I will apologize for saying that. Well, I will say, however, is you believe everything that you literally don't read. You are such a conspiracy theorist that anybody can convince you of anything as long as the government doesn't say it, because you are a sheep. You follow everything. You literally don't have a critical bone in your body. You don't read. You don't know. As soon as someone says, oh, the government says this, you go, oh, then that must
Wait,
This
did
is the
someone mute?
person.
Did
be.
someone?
Somebody muted me
Yes.
again.
One
This is
second.
the
One second.
person.
One
Someone
second,
muted
guys.
me
Hold
again.
on,
No,
hold on. This is, excuse me, I need to respond to this, Jonathan. This is the person that just called me a scam artist.
Did I apologize? Did you
She
hear me apologize for
apologized.
that? I immediately apologized for that. So stop saying it because I was sorry that I said it. I should not have said that. And I am sorry. And I've said that in front of everyone now 3 times. Is that not enough for
Good,
you,
good.
Grant?
No. The next thing I need to know is, do you know of a person that I've scammed?
Grant, I just said I
No. Do
15
you
apologize.
know
people.
of a?
I said I apologize. I am not going to
Do you,
discuss why I said what I said. I apologize for it. If you can't accept an apology, that makes you a little man.
no.
Uh-oh.
Do you know of a person that I have scammed of
I
anything?
said I
So you
apologize.
don't.
That's
So
all
that
I
would be
have to
you
say
don't.
on this. What I'm telling you is you are a sheep. You follow every conspiracy theorist you've ever
No,
heard,
no.
and you
Okay, that's
literally
fine.
don't read or understand things,
Calling me a
and you
sheep
think,
is not defamation. Suggesting that I believe in conspiracies is not defamation. But you do agree you don't know of anyone that I have ever cheated,
Let
Grant,
it
scammed.
go,
Grant,
Grant.
why are
No,
you
no.
doing this? I
No, I
one
just
immediately
mic.
want to
One
be
mic. One
clear.
mic.
apologize.
One.
He's just
I just
clarifying,
want to be
guys. That
clear.
was
Let
very
me, okay,
classy,
no,
Tara.
Jonathan, let me say this.
Daphne, mute up.
I will
Yo, 1 second. I need everyone to mute up right now. If it's not Tara and Grant speaking, I don't need you guys chiming in. Shut the fuck
I
up.
want to
All right,
say,
1 second, Tara. 1 second, please. All right. If it's not Tara and Grant, shut the fuck up because this is serious. Okay. And so
Very serious.
okay,
exactly.
I want to say right now, I know of no one you have scammed. That was a terrible comment that I made,
Thank
and I
you. Thank you very
apologize.
much.
I
Your
do not
apology is
know of
accepted.
anyone, and so I
Your
should not have said
apology
that.
is accepted. You can
Thank
quit
you.
talking now.
No, I will not quit talking because what I've said in general about your views on things to me is
Tara,
correct.
look, I like you and I respect you. You're a very intelligent person. Thank you for the apology.
let's go. Let's keep this thing rocking
Yeah,
and
let's get
rolling.
this thing
So,
going.
I have
ladies
a
and gentlemen,
question for Nelson.
and
And
let's
No,
I
no.
do believe, by
How
the way,
many
I
people
do
died
One,
in
one
believe.
there?
second. One mic on Grant, guys. Go ahead, Grant. Go ahead. Because we owe Grant that because, yeah, that was, go ahead, Grant. Grant, you said, I do believe something. You were saying something, Grant.
Yeah, and I do believe in conspiracy theories. There are many conspiracies that I believe in.
Grant,
I actually don't believe that we went to the moon. for one. I believe the CIA was involved in the JFK assassination.
We never went to the moon.
So,
Okay,
what,
I actually believe that there's probably alien life on planet Earth right this very second. So I believe that COVID was created by Wuhan with participation from the U.S. government, and it was intentionally exported to make people sick.
And
that's a
there's
fact.
another one on the way.
That's a fact.
So I believe those things. Now, if that makes me crazy or whatever, whatever. You guys are entitled to whatever opinion you want of me. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me.
All
So
facts, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that what you just saw right now is my definition of liberal shit. Okay? Matter of fact, type it in the chat right now. Liberal shit. LS for short. Damn, there's an actual guy in this room called LS, right? Okay. All right. TC, I see you in the building, my brother. Listen. Very simple. Matter of fact, TC, let me get your views on this. Donald Trump, tariffs, Elon by his side. How are we looking at the United States over the next 4 years, my brother? Let's talk about it.
Nelson, sorry, my camera's a little blurry, but
Thank God for that.
can y'all hear me okay?
Loud and clear, my brother. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So I'll be honest, there's a lot of shit that's moving. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here. America's in a position right now where it's America first. They're leaving behind a lot of the shit that's been dragging us down. We know that Social Security is insolvent. That shit's got to get fixed. We know that our allies are not interested in our best interests. We know that we're focused on a fucking windfall when it comes to like a lot of the spending that's happening in this country. Trump is shaping it up. We talked about this before. It's going to be 3 to 4 months. There's going to be another 3 to 4 months of tough economic times. We know the stock market is down. We know that the fucking economy is going through some shit. That's going to happen because you're having what's called a correction. And when you have a correction, oftentimes what happens is certain sectors in the economy suffers. Okay. But by Q3, Q4 2025, America's going to be in a strong economic position. We're going to be in a very strong geopolitical position because Trump is negotiating the end to the Ukrainian-Russian war. He's getting the minerals deal that's going to really stimulate the U.S. economy and the European economy, for that matter. And so, listen, there's rocky road. We talked about this before the election. We said the first, and Cindy Stumpo, she was in the room right now, she would agree. We talked about this over and over and over again. We're going through rocky times. What you guys are seeing in the stock market was always going to happen. Anytime there's a course correction in the economy, certain sectors are going to suffer. That does
But
not mean that we're in a bad position. It simply means, remember, Cindy and I called it. We said for first 2 quarters, possibly 3 quarters of 2025, we're going to go through some turbulent economic times.
no
And that's
matter
exactly
who
what's
is
happening.
present, TC, and we did talk about that.
Correct.
We talked about
Correct.
that now for 2 years. But with that being said, do not say the stock market is down. Okay, from its all-time high, yes, we got the Trump bump for sure, and now we're back where we were prior to Trump coming in. So let's not go, oh, the market's down when all-time high was February, if I'm not mistaken. Number one. Number two, the stock market went up after Trump got elected, so we'll call it the Trump bump, as we all know. And now the market's back to where it was prior to Trump being elected. That 10% increase or 14% increase came back down 10%. So let's stop with the markets down because of Trump, okay? Let's
So,
stop right
Cindy,
now.
once again, you're saying that what has happened over the past week with the stocks going up and down and with the tariffs,
Just like it went up when he got
with the, no, no,
elected.
no, 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 let me finish with what's been going with the tariff issue, that had nothing to do with what was going on. You're saying that it's the typical, what you
I
predicted was
said we're
going to
back
happen.
to where we
No,
were.
no, no, not that we're
No,
back to where we
yes, yes,
were.
yes, yes, Michelle.
I'm
Yes,
saying that
yes.
what happened in the first place, the tanking in the first place, did that have to do with the tariff wars, or did that have to do with just the
It comes
normal,
with
this is what's going to happen?
uncertainty. Uncertainty. That's what it comes with.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
so the
Your
tariff war had nothing to do
marketplace,
with it.
your
The
stock
tariff war.
market,
So you're saying
your
the tariff
stock
wars,
market is back to where
Cindy,
it was prior to the Trump
Cindy.
bump.
You
Period.
acknowledged yesterday that what's recently happened had to do with the tariff wars. Now you're saying it didn't?
What I'm saying is with the truth. You had the Trump bump,
Oh
and
my
we're just
God.
back to
Okay,
where
Cindy.
we were. So the stock market's
Okay, fine.
not
So we're back
down.
to where we were according to
Correct.
you. And
Correct.
what
We're
I'm
back to where
asking
we
you
were.
is what has recently happened, the tanking, did that have to do with the tariff wars?
Did the Trump bump happen because Trump got elected?
It
Cindy.
happened. It
So you
happened,
don't want to acknowledge
No,
Rochelle,
what you
no,
because
what
no.
you
I'm just
what
giving
you
you.
you
people.
don't
I'm
want
giving you
no, you don't
fact,
want to
hon.
acknowledge what you
That
acknowledged
it doesn't
yesterday?
matter what took
You
it
don't want to
down.
acknowledge what you
It
acknowledged
doesn't
yesterday?
matter.
Why
My
does it not
point,
matter,
no,
Cindy?
because I'll tell
Why
you
does it
why.
not? Did
Because you
people? Did,
got a bump in the market.
okay, Cindy. So,
The marketplace.
I've got a quick question here for Rochelle. Rochelle, just quick question, quick answer.
oh,
Um,
don't be putting me on mute,
you
Nelson, because I wasn't done. I had a
that
question for you.
that wasn't me. If I mute you, I'll tell you
It's
I'm muted.
probably Grant. Go ahead.
I was about to mute you right now. Just give you
Whatever.
a heads up. So, quick question for you. I expect a quick answer, right? Are you in politics? Yes or no? Professionally,
No,
you do not work in politics in any capacity professionally. Is that what you're
no,
saying? Do you have a background of working in political
no.
office? Nope.
It's the professional part that doesn't
Okay.
qualify her.
Grant, go on mute.
so
And
so
put your teeth in.
so
What you say, Nelson?
here's my second question. Do you have a background in economics?
No, I don't.
Okay,
Definitely not.
I think if you had a background in economics, what
Grant, you don't either.
pause real quick. If you had a background in economics, after what TC said on that stage,
Forget TC.
you wouldn't ask the stupid ass question you just asked Cindy right now. Okay,
Exactly.
right?
Actually, what happens in the market?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, once
And
again,
Mickey, I'm gonna throw it to you in a second. But Nelson, you
there we go. Mute your goddamn mic. There we go. Let me finish. So here's the point, right? I mean, listen, you make harsh corrections, you will have certain, you're gonna have fucking repercussions. I mean, shit's gonna happen. That's how it works. Okay, market go up, market go down, big fucking deal. It's been a couple of weeks. We'll see where it's at by the end of the year. Then we can make a decision, right? But when you're making drastic moves, drastic changes, these things are expected, right? You can't course correct 90 degrees or 180
I hope
degrees
you're not
and
saying all this if she's not taking notes. Are you taking notes,
she better
Rochelle?
be fucking taking notes,
so
right?
Nelson,
You
you have
understand?
you have an
So
economic
there
background?
we go. I'm not done. I actually did study economics, bachelor's of science, by the way. So once again, you move 90 degrees, there's going to be some effect. Have you ever heard of the concept called cause and effect? It applies here 1,000%. Do some
Or
research on it.
sellers and buyers?
1,000
So
fucking
you
percent.
acknowledge
Ask Nelson, did
that
he
you
finish his?
acknowledge
Boom. There we go. I'm not even done speaking yet. Thank you very
I
much.
bet,
I'm
because
there's
you
some
ain't
proof
finished,
to
right?
what you're
So
saying.
there we go. So once again, cause and effect, ladies and gentlemen. You make drastic moves, expect, right, things like this to happen. But again, right, it's all about the long-term play here. It's all about what happens 6 months down the line, a year down the line, 2 years down the line, not what happens a week down the line, respectfully, right? Thank you very much. I
Nelson,
pass the mic.
So
did you finish your major in economics?
Man, listen, man,
Okay, thank you for the stutter.
my major definitely took me farther than it took you in life. I'll tell you that right now. But
Oh
let's keep
yeah,
it moving.
you in?
There we go.
That's real nice, bro.
Here we go one more time.
You
Let's
can go
go,
So
check
I
that. That's
have a
it,
Nelson.
bro.
question for.
Here we go again.
Why
Harlem.
are y'all muting people? This is
Cause
hella
he too
weird.
small. He's too scared of the
And
truth.
the peg is
Yeah,
there, Mickey.
I have a question for Nelson since you majored in economics. Which
Yes, ma'am.
which party tends to have better economies, Democrats or Republicans?
Uh, that's a political question, actually.
Oh
That's
no,
not an
you
That's
can't
not a
economic
ask me
question.
that
political
question. No, no.
question.
Ask me that,
I'm
Mickey. Ask me
sorry.
that question.
Nelson, let me
Ask
ask
me
you
that
this in the
question, not
way that
him.
you asked
Ask.
Rachelle. Okay, there seems to be a lot of people that have unmedicated ADHD on stage. Nelson, I'm going to ask you a quick question and I
Throw me the
expect a
question.
quick answer. Which
I
party
resemble
tends
that
to
remark.
have better
Okay.
economies? The Democrats or the Republicans? It's a
And
very simple
let
answer.
me
But
It's
answer
not
that
a
you know,
question.
question.
no,
I'm
Cindy, let
sorry.
Nelson
no, no,
answer.
Why
no, let me
not?
let
I
me
I'm
said
give her
opener.
initial.
let me give her my answer, and then I'll toss it to
No, may I
Cindy to give
finish?
her
Because
answer.
I've had to ask the question 2 times now. Do I need to repeat it a third?
No, no, I heard it the first time.
Well,
Let
then
me answer the
answer.
question.
Democrats or Republican? It's very simple. Chad, you
So,
can speak on
so,
the
so,
answer
so,
if you
so, so
don't.
let me answer the question. Very, very simple here. That's a political question. That's not an economic question. Now,
It
in
is
this
not a
That's a
specific,
political
factual
question.
question.
one second, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not done speaking, right?
ladies and gentlemen, you have
I'm
President
going to
Trump.
reclaim my time since he refuses to
Yeah,
answer.
you can reclaim one when I'm done. Let me finish though.
If you don't want to answer the question, I'll move on, sir. It's
Once again, let me finish, and then you
I'm
can jump back in.
retracting my question since you're
It
unable
does.
to answer.
I've taken a goddamn mic.
I thought since you had an economics background, this would be simple.
I've taken a microphone. I could have been done, by the way. You just want, be quiet for me to actually finish in the first place.
Because you're not going to
So
answer the question, we can move on.
I'm speaking to the audience, not to you right now. Thank you very much. I'm actually a moderator, by the way. Just give me a
Oh,
heads up.
I'm a moderator
Barely.
as well.
There we go. All right. So back on the microphone. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. You have President Trump in office doing things that former Republican presidents haven't thought of doing before. No one's ever dreamt of a Canada US tariff war, right? So the whole concept of Republican economic policies in comparison with Democratic economic policies don't apply here. When Trump is doing things that, I mean,
Did I
no
mention Donald
Republican,
Trump?
he's our president, respectfully, right?
He's president now. As you all have
So
said, he's only been in office a little while.
once again, I'm not done. You Democrats have a problem letting other people
Oh,
finish in this
sweetie, I
goddamn
was
room.
born Republican.
There we go. All right.
Exactly. I'm more conservative than you'll ever.
One more time. For the
Please.
one time.
I'm a
Okay?
Southern. You can keep
Listen, let
muting
me
me all
finish
you
speaking.
want.
Boom. Okay. Let me finish speaking,
No,
man. I
I
need
don't
to
like
make
when
this
people
mute all
picking,
permanent. I might need to make this mute all
and you
permanent on
didn't
Saturday.
answer it.
So
He too scared of the truth.
once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Don't let these people lie to you, right? You have President Trump in office doing things that no prior Republican president has ever dreamt of doing, right? You have him making moves alongside the smartest brain in the world, Elon fucking Musk. Okay? No other Republican president has ever had an Elon Musk behind them in their ear consistently. None. Okay? So you can't bring up historical data on Republican economic policies and apply them to President Trump and say that's your
Mention
way of
President Trump.
what
Let's
listen,
name.
Hey, yo, Jonathan, can I chime in?
go back
Hey,
to
yo,
the go
hey,
go
yo,
go go back to the go. Listen, you might just get out the fucking room at this point. Let me finish. Okay? Thank you very much. So you cannot use historical data from Republican presidents and apply them to President Trump and say that's your way of predicting the fucking future. It doesn't work. Last time I checked, no one in this room sees the fucking future. Right? And based on the fact that President Trump is moving like President Trump and not like any other Republican president, you cannot bring historical data on Republican policies and apply that to President Trump as your way of predicting the fucking future. It doesn't work that way. Your question is baseless,
hey,
useless,
yo,
and
Jonathan.
pointless. There we go. Okay?
So you're
Ask
not
me,
gonna
don't
answer her
ask Jonathan.
question.
Nah, he
Thank you
too
very
scared of
much.
the truth,
You're
bro. He too scared.
you're not gonna answer the question, Nelson.
Jonathan, can I chime in, bro, real quick?
Let
Yeah, Mickey
30
Cindy
never
seconds.
answer.
landed.
30
No
Mickey
seconds,
one
never.
let
Jonathan.
no one let
Mickey
me answer,
never
so
landed.
okay.
You just
J-
gave a
Jonathan,
whole
30.
soliloquy
J-
without answering her question, Nelson.
There we go.
Jonathan,
Drop to the
Jonathan, can I
go.
have 15 seconds, bro?
Luis, go ahead.
One mic on Cindy. Cindy,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
got your economics
Mickey
degree
never
from a
landed.
Cracker Jack box. That's where
Mickey, go. Yeah.
University of Essex, by the way.
that was bullshit.
Mama Cindy,
Oh,
jump in,
not an
please.
American
Thank you.
education. I can see why.
Okay. If we're
Hey, yo,
gonna
Jonathan.
talk about
Mickey never landed.
let's just look
Wow.
just and I know a lot of people aren't into real estate in this room, and I get that. But most real estate people will tell you that most of their wealth is made under the Democratic Party because you guys make stupid moves and the buying opportunities come alive again. Period. End of story. And you can ask any developer that question, and they will all tell you the same.
But Cindy, so you make your money when Democrats are in office, but
Absolutely, because they make stupid
the
moves.
question was about under which party is the economy the worst? Who
Can
has
I
Again,
tap
had
in?
who has had to bail
I
out the
gave
other
you
ones?
the real
Who
estate.
So let
who
me
has
answer that
created
There's
the
question.
most
different
jobs?
sectors. Hold
One
on.
mic, one mic.
There's different
Mickey never
sectors.
landed. Like Mickey never
Louise,
landed, and y'all cut her
Keisha,
off.
your background.
So can Mickey
It's not my
please?
background. My
Hey,
background
hey,
is
hey,
fine.
hey, Devon, can you do me a favor and just mute out so Cindy can finish, please? Appreciate it.
There's
Wow.
different sectors of the marketplaces, right? Real estate happens to be one of the biggest, right? Prior to technology, how did most people get rich? off of real estate, right?
But what
Yes.
about everything else, Cindy?
No,
That that's your
I'm going to
that's your
talk about
bubble. That's your
again.
bubble. What about everything
That's
else?
not a bubble. That's
What about
reality.
everything else?
That again, I'll talk about the sector I'm in. You can talk about the sector you're in. I'm telling you, if a Democrat is in real estate market, the buyings are better in a Democratic market than a Republican market.
So
Just
who
like
said
Period.
the
Cindy,
2008.
can I
Democrats?
build with you real quick?
Just like
Take
Cindy, can
away
I
2008,
COVID, by the
Cindy.
way.
Was
can I
2008
COVID though. Take
can
was
I
away COVID.
2008
can
because of Democrats or Republicans?
thank
Which
you.
What's
one?
that?
Was 2008 because of Democrats or
She's
Republicans?
talking about the housing
You want to
crisis.
talk real estate? Let's
She's
talk real
talking about the
estate. Who is
housing crisis.
responsible for
I can
2008?
answer these
A
questions. I can
Democrat
answer
or a
this
That was
stupid
called a
Republican?
question.
banking crisis.
Oh no,
A
no. It was
banking
also real
crisis.
estate. It was also real estate. So who
But
was in
what
office
caused the
when we
housing
had the
bubble?
crisis?
What caused the
Well, you just
housing
said that
bubble to
Democrats
blow?
make dumb decisions.
All real estate problems are caused by debt crises.
Sir, it was a
Thank you.
Republican in office.
No, it was
10 of the
actually Bill
last
Clinton.
11
That was a
recessions were
Republican.
caused by
Thank
Republican
you.
or under Republican rule.
It
Cut
was
the
Bill
shit.
Clinton
10
that
of the last 11 recessions were under Republican held office.
Yes, they
That's what
were.
you're
Thank you,
running
Louise.
from.
You've
Cut
only
the
had a
bullshit.
couple
You see,
recessions.
Nelson sat here dancing for 10 minutes, muting
what's the
people,
point?
muting
What's
people
the
to the
point?
ground because he's scared of the
You
truth.
guys don't
Cut the
think Donald
bullshit.
Trump's a Republican, do you?
The
Grant,
Grant,
stay on mute.
that's the funny thing. These people are stupid, right? I mean, like, it doesn't even make sense. So Luis literally just said right now, 10 of the last recessions. I'm quoting his words, by the way. 10 of the
10 of the
last.
last 11. Go
Let
ahead.
me finish. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. 10 of the last
He's
recessions.
comparing Nelson the Bushes to the Trumps, and they're not even.
It's not even, you're absolutely correct. And that was why I threw at Mickey. But what he's saying is even more stupid, right? And I'll tell you why it's stupid. He said 10 of the last recessions were caused while a Republican was in office. I mean, Grant Cardone, last time I checked, I mean, recessions don't take 20 minutes to build up and kick in, correct? They build up over time. Am I correct? Yes or no? Grant, Cindy, am I
A
correct?
recession is considered two bad quarters, period. You've had a couple of them for sure. But when you talk about the '08 crisis, that was not considered a recession. I hope you know that.
That was actually known
We
as
were
the
on the
Great
brink of
Recession.
a
No, it
Great
Cindy,
was
Depression,
what are
not
we
Cindy. What are
talking
you
about?
talking
considered
about?
a
That was
recession.
known as the
It
Great
What are you
should have
talking
Recession,
about?
been,
ma'am. A
but it's
third grader
still
would know this.
not
We literally were on the
considered.
brink of a Great
Was.
But
Depression,
you,
It was
Cindy.
known as
again,
the Great Recession.
again, it wasn't called
Yes,
a
it
recession.
was.
Look
It
it
was
up.
known as the Great
Look it
Recession.
up. Look it
I
up.
don't
You're
need to look
wrong.
it up. I lived through it. How old are you? You didn't live through it
I'm
yourself?
older than you, and you know that.
Ma'am, it was literally last night you were trying to say that everything was a recession. You tried to say
No, that's not what I
1987 was a
said.
recession. Yes,
We
you
talked
were. The
about
replays
we
are
talked
Yeah,
on.
about
Cindy
Black
Download
changing
the
her
Monday.
tune
podcast.
today.
Wrong
We talked
again,
about Black
Cindy.
Monday '87. We talked about
87
'08. We
was
talked
not a
about
technical
'81,
recession. The market
'82.
went
We
down.
talked about nine. Come on, we jumped all over the place.
2008 was known as the Great Recession. It took 2 years for the market to recover.
It
The
was
market
not
went down
considered a
30%.
recession. Where's
We had to
Jonathan
bail
right
out the
now?
banks. We had to
Where's
bail out the
Jonathan?
automakers.
Where
It was
is
literally a
Jonathan?
shot that went around the
Last
world.
night he
We
even
literally
said,
almost dismantled
"Oh my
the
God."
entire world
Let
economy.
her
What are
land,
you talking
Cindy.
about? You don't remember
Agreed.
that? Are we
Agreed. But
serious?
it wasn't called, it was not called a
Yes, it
recession.
was. It was caused by George
Where is
Bush.
Jonathan? Jonathan debated this last night and called it that it wasn't a recession. He said it in the room
You
last
said
night.
1987. I said
Yeah, he
2008.
said
Those are two different
1987,
times.
Do
Cindy.
we have to rehash
And he
this again,
said
ladies?
'08 was not
That's a
considered a
Here we
decade
are,
recession.
change.
Daphne.
Where is Jonathan right now,
Hey,
Daphne?
Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
Rachel,
It's
Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Rochelle.
Okay, Rachel. Remember when I came in before the room started? Y'all gave me a promise. Y'all said more of y'all would jump in. Why are so many of y'all scared to talk? It's the same five
Because
people
Nelson
talking.
is muting people
What
and
are
No,
you
telling
no,
them to
no,
saying?
no,
calm,
no. Just
bro.
listen. Listen, I'm just serious. Like, why don't more of y'all jump in the conversation? Like, what's wrong? Why
Cause
would
you
no?
moved to
Because
the goo.
Why would no?
you're
No,
talking.
no.
You're muting people and
Let me
throwing
tell
them
you what.
down.
Let me tell you why they're not muting people. Because the only way the goddamn room is going to grow is more people get fucking involved in the conversation. Y'all keep doing this shit where it's the same five people talking. It will never ever grow. Get involved, people. Join the conversation. Quit being so
Well,
goddamn scared.
tell
All right,
Nelson
let's
come
go.
in
That's
here
right.
like the
Let's
boo.
go.
Into the audience or muted.
There we go. Hit you with it one more time.
He keeps throwing me out of
See?
the room.
See, that's
Hater.
his best
See, he
offense.
just did it, Terry.
Rochelle. You know what you start doing, Rochelle?
when it comes to conversations like this, Rochelle, you need to start muting more, listening more, and taking fucking notes. Okay, that's
No,
what you need
Nelson,
to
you
do,
need to stop with
right?
your
Because
disinformation.
listen. There's not a day in my life I'll sit back and
You
learn
don't know anything.
economic policy from your ass. Now, going back to the '08 situation, here's the problem, right? Luis made a very stupid comment. And I'll tell you what the stupid comment is,
Very
right?
stupid
Let
comment
let
because it was factual. Shut up. Shut up.
let me talk about why it's stupid, and then you can respond, so you can understand why it's stupid, and then respond. Okay? The 2008 recession didn't begin in 2008, right? Recessions, great depressions, whatever the fuck you want to call it, take time to brew and stir before they pop, right? The 2008 recession started from fucking
It's 88,
ear-
Nelson, 88,
early,
not
yeah,
08.
no, but
$88.
specifically 2000. I mean, we can go to
He doesn't know anything.
we can go to any Rochelle. Like I said before, shut the fuck up, take some fucking notes, and meet your goddamn mic. All right, thank you very much.
Whoa.
You don't know anything.
Once again, the 2008 recession started brewing from the early fucking 2000s, right? From when you had that prolonged period of low interest rates, easily accessible
Oh,
credit,
not you went to
right,
Chat
right.
GPT.
So let me
Child,
fit. Let me
please.
let me let me let me fit. This is knowledge, right? For those of you guys that don't have knowledge,
It's not inherent
sit
knowledge
back.
that you have.
Once again, for those of you guys that don't have knowledge, sit back, mute your goddamn
Bro, you're
mics.
literally
Take, take,
piggybacking off of.
Mickey, listen, you're a smart person, but when you're arguing and other people are speaking at the same time, people can't hear you and understand how smart you are, right? A better strategy would be to mute up. When the person is done speaking, jump in and state your points, right? And not argue back and forth like a fucking angry bird like Rochelle. You're too smart for that. So back to what I was saying, okay? Low interest rates of the early 2000s. I mean, Jonathan's in the mortgage. He definitely talk about it. Don't forget about the subprime borrowers, right? I mean, individuals with no freaking credit, strippers buying 20 houses. That didn't start in 2008. That started in the early fucking 2000s, right? Mid 2000s, house prices going up, climbing as much as they did. I mean, guys, like, it didn't start under it's so stupid because his comment was the last 10 recessions happened when a Republican was in office. What I'm trying to tell you is big recessions like that take time to brew, and often they cut across multiple administrations, Republican and fucking Democrat. Your point, Luis,
That's a
was
total fact,
stupid.
Nelson.
I know it's a fact, and I hope they listened and took
Most of
notes.
that legislation was
Wasn't Bush in
approved
office for
of.
8 years?
Excuse me. Most of that legislation was approved under Clinton because he wanted everybody to have a home. That's where the no money down started. And Bush allowed it as well. So for you guys to compare Donald Trump, president number 47, to George Bush or Bill Clinton, this is why he's hated so much, because he destroyed the Republican Party before he annihilated the Democrat Party. And that's why these tariffs are a new thing. They've never happened. In 20 years, we have not tried tariffs. And that's why the stock market's having a reaction right now, because you have more uncertainty, which causes sellers and buyers to start mixing up what the values and the prices are. And
Well,
they look for
since
So,
liquidity.
World
Green, you
War
do
II,
acknowledge it's because
the
of the tariffs then.
GDP
Thank
has been
you.
No, the
higher
the
under
tariffs is
Democrat
one thing.
presidents.
You
There
just
have
said
been
it.
more jobs
Ukraine,
created under Democratic administrations.
more
The
government jobs.
S&P has historically had larger returns under Democrats. The unemployment rate tends to fall under Democratic presidencies. It is not the thing. It is not just about the housing market. That's how I know you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Y'all are only looking
there's
at
a
a
lot of things
small
I don't know.
minutia
There's a lot of
that
things I
only
don't know what I'm
affects a
talking
small
about.
percentage of the entire economy. You have to consider GDP. You have to consider job creation, job growth. You have to consider how the stock market actually yields and returns and the unemployment rate. And all
Is
of those things have
GDP
been
up or down,
historically
chat?
higher under Democratic presidents.
Is GDP up
In
or
the
down?
various sectors,
Excuse me.
chat.
Is GDP up or
But
down?
Grant just admitted that it was the tariffs. Thank you, Grant, for admitting it.
Hey, Rochelle, can you mute your mic real quick, please? Thank you.
Is GDP
Right.
up or
Mute your
down?
mic.
You tell
Chat.
us, since y'all were arguing about whether or not we had a recession in 2008.
I wasn't arguing about 2008. Is the GDP up or down? I'm asking chat.
We're going to know about Q4 GDP in just a few days. We're also going to know about
Q4,
CPI
We're,
in
we're not
Q4,
July.
even we're
Q4,
not
excuse
even
me.
out of Q1. So
Q4 would be what? Who would have been under in
That
control?
was Biden.
Yeah, thank you.
So
And the
GDP,
first quarter, if the first quarter comes in down, do you blame that on Trump or Biden?
the first quarter, it depends because we can look at these tariffs because it's March. So we already see a significant reduction in a lot of these things because of these tariffs. And for you to say that we didn't do tariffs in the last 20 years, again, I'm a student of history. You must not be familiar with McKinley and the tariffs that he put in, which were about 50%. You also have forgotten
When,
Donald Trump's
when was
first.
McKinley in office?
You have also I'm not doing free labor. I'm not that kind of black woman.
You
You have
brought up
also
McKinley.
forgotten.
You
Yeah,
brought
but
up
I'm not
McKinley.
educating you. I'm also not arguing with you. May I fucking finish?
Well, sounds
Thank
like
you.
you're arguing.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm just
Sounds
from the
like you're
South.
triggered.
This is
Sounds
what
like
we
you're
do
triggered.
when we engage foolishness. We yell and holler and
But
scream.
you brought up
Shout
McKinley.
out to
So
Southern
when was that?
Louisiana.
What
No,
year was
Mickey, they
that?
won't let you finish because you're
McKinley
stating
is
Right.
facts.
Laissez-les bon
1897 to
temps rouler to
1901.
Lafayette, Louisiana. Thank you
What,
for
See,
whoever did
Mickey.
that, but I'm not
when
doing it. So
when
like I
was
said before I
when
was
was
so rudely
McKinley?
interrupted, Donald Trump
1897
initiated
to
tariffs.
1901.
Donald Trump initiated tariffs during his
Think
first
Chad,
administration.
in fairness, I was talking about the last 20 years, not the.
Of course you were, because you tend to only focus on the areas that you know because you can easily Google them.
Well,
Let's
I
listen
wasn't
to
alive
people that
before.
actually know things that don't have to look them up, such as Democrats
Right.
tend to
I'm
have
glad
better
that you
economists.
asked that you want to speak to somebody that knows what the fuck.
Hey yo,
OTC, you already don't know anything. You get
Miki,
triggered when somebody cash up somebody $10, bruh. Go
Miki,
ahead.
Miki. Respectfully, this man has called me out my name. Nelson, you in the room? Tell me Nelson is in the room right now. This man has called me out my name, called and checked my intellect, so I got something for his ass. Is he in the room right now?
Luis, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Nah,
He's
nah, I'm not
here.
holding
Hold
on.
on.
Nah, I'm not holding on. No,
Yeah,
no,
he's here.
respectfully, I'm not holding on no more.
Oh, the internet said, hold on, it seems.
Yeah, sounds like he's holding on now.
Look at Bing's frozen face.
Okay, Grant, it's Norm. I got a question. Where do you think Canada's going to come to 51st
No,
state?
no,
I want to hear about
no,
that.
we're not there yet,
We're
Norman. What are
not?
you
Oh,
doing?
Gonna
well,
No,
good
happen.
luck.
honey.
Wait. Give us
When did
details.
the Democrats decide they're going to control the conversation? I thought this was debate day.
Oh, yeah. Well, excuse me. I'm not one, but we weren't there yet. We were still talking about the economies, and Grant
Wait,
Oh,
was
okay.
Chad,
making a point.
I have to fix something.
Oh, go ahead, babe.
I was wrong about, I was mixing up 2008 to 1987 Black Monday. She is right. 2007 to 2009 was a
Yeah,
recession.
Cindy,
Yeah, we got it.
I
we
did
all knew
fuck that
that
up. I'm sorry.
you were just
Look,
mixing up the years.
But
Yeah, Grant, shut
I
up.
was
time
going
is
back to
wiggly. It's relative,
1987.
Einstein said.
Yeah. But Grant, what point were you making? I missed out.
No,
The
no,
last part.
the McKinley thing. I didn't know about McKinley and the tariffs. I honestly
Of
was
course
asking
you
a question.
didn't.
Yeah, but
So making.
What year
Oh, go
was
ahead.
that?
1897 to 1901, and basically, I
Okay.
think the economy did not do well after that.
Yeah, and that was before I was born, so I can't. I got to tell you, I just don't have that much history in me. I thought we were talking about like the last 20 years or so. When you guys talk about Republicans and Democrats, I thought you were talking about current, fantastic, current,
No, you
current
mentioned
times.
that no one had ever done tariffs before. That's why she went back and gave you facts. And
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's okay, Rachel. I know that you're a Democrat, but I was actually born a real Republican from the South. So my history is actually a little bit better than new magats, but it's perfectly okay, Grant. I understand. You're a Trumper. You're
No,
not a
I'm not a big
conservative or
history
a
guy.
Republican. It's okay. We don't know as much as
Luis
I
wants
do.
the mic, guys. He's
I agree.
on
I
stage.
don't have a lot of history.
All right, I'm gonna make this real simple. Respectfully, I ain't taking economic advice from somebody who didn't finish their economics degree. Respectfully. So let's talk, Nelson. Since you want to call my intellect and want to try to check my intellect, let's talk knowledge. True or false?
Is Nelson in the room?
Oh,
Oh
he's
no, he
there,
got
y'all.
booted. It said if you
Is
bring him back
Nelson in
up,
the
he
room?
was
And
muted.
Why y'all
It
won't
says
let
Liz,
him
10.
talk?
y'all move out the way, please.
That's
Jonathan, are you?
good.
Hold on, chat.
Jonathan, can you get control
Yeah.
of this room, Jonathan?
What the hell's happening? I don't see Nelson. I hear people talking. We
I don't
can't
see
see who.
Nelson
What's
either.
Lu-
happening?
Louise came up and
No,
Louise was
Allie,
about to
Allie,
Jonathan
not
is
mention
Allie, not
muted.
10.
here.
One
Allie,
mic,
not
guys. One
you.
mic. One mic. One mic. I don't know what's going on.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's take a deep breath here. I don't know what's going on, guys. Let's not boot anyone. Let's figure this thing out. Look, Nelson's not in the room. All right. So we're not going to deal with Nelson. Nelson's not here. All right. So we're not going to do that. So let's get back to the conversation. All right.
Luis is back up.
Jonathan, let's, if
Yo,
we could,
yo,
What's
because
what?
one of her points we
yo.
have a
One,
legit debate.
one second, bro. All
Who's
right, yo, one second, guys, one second. All right, so let's move side here, guys. First of all, hey guys,
one open mic,
th-
guys, please?
yeah, one second. Yeah, first of all, guys, this shit show is a can. This is a canned episode. I mean, not in can. This shit show is just like, oh. So with that being said,
Oh yeah,
folks.
can tuna.
Jonathan, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you for letting me speak.
Sardines,
I,
What?
Jonathan.
I
Sardines are
appreciate
good.
Sardines.
What was that?
Grant, get up here on camera, would you?
So anyway, it's
I'm
not.
in bed, sweetie.
Okay,
Grant,
Jonathan.
get your
next
dusty
time.
ass on camera, Grant.
Let's
Come
get
on,
this
bring your
money.
ass up here.
TC, what's up, bro?
What's up,
TC,
Jonathan?
TC, I'll
That's
get
my
on camera
brother.
when you
Yo,
change your name back to TC.
we fight, but that's my brother.
TC, change your name from Snarky.
Hey, Grant.
It's puppy to you.
Grant, there's one question everybody in the room wants to know. Are you running for governor or no of California? That's what we want to know. Can you break some, hold on,
Republicans
can
had
you break some
markedly higher
news on
household
Debate the
income
News, Grant?
and
Can
net
you
worth
break
of
some
his
fucking
actual
news on
citizens.
Debate the News? Are you running for governor of
With a slightly
California or
higher
no?
education
I,
rate.
There's
Got
somebody
a
else
I,
better
in the
chance of
audio.
making the cover of Forbes.
Hey, trying to get in there, Cindy. It's not clear.
I am Snarky. TC, I am speaking at the RNC on the 15th of this month.
You're never gonna win.
You
And
know,
what are you
you
planning
heard
to
it
say
first,
on at
folks.
the
You heard
The
it first on
California
Debate the
RNC?
News.
Is that when you're announcing it?
Do, do, do,
I mean,
do,
Grant, you can
do,
run
do,
California,
do.
man. California runs itself. You know what I'm saying? We had the freaking Terminator as the governor. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
Marty.
So,
Actually, he has to establish residency, so I'll be there on the 16th because I've already been
well,
invited.
hey,
So it'll be
Shauna, you know
interesting to
what? Why
see what
don't
he
you
has
help
to
him
say.
out? You know what I'm saying?
He's
But
not gonna win.
but
I
no,
didn't say
You know,
anything
we're,
about
hey,
winning.
hey,
I'd like
hey,
to know if he's actually going to run or not because right
hold on.
now it's full of crazy Democrats.
Shauna, hold on. So, Grant is also speaking at the Fixed Conference in Mexico, where I'm at right fucking now. Grant is going to be speaking at the Fixed Conference in Mexico. He's doing the big thing, yo. Guys,
damn, TC,
don't be
just lube him up
surprised.
Yeah,
while you at
bring
it.
bring out the booty clappers. Where they at?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Listen, you got
let's
to
Get
go.
that
Make
peanut
us
butter
a
out, bro. Get that peanut
Insert
butter.
Glazed Jiff.
Well, we got to ask the question. Is that going to be the
PC,
same?
him talking in
That's
Mexico has nothing to do with what. Didn't
Grant,
somebody ask a question
I
earlier?
got some. I got to ask you something.
Wait, hold
Grant,
on,
I just
Jonathan.
want
Can
to
I ask
know
you a
where you
question?
think we're going to be the 51st state. I want to know where you got your
everybody worried
51st.
Oh,
about that
please.
one. Why you bringing
Let's
that
hold
up?
on.
It's
One
such
Well,
a
mic
let's
on
waste
bring
of
it
time.
up.
Jonathan.
Because
One
you
mic on
keep
Cindy.
saying it
One mic
before.
on Cindy. One mic
Did
on Cindy. Go
somebody
ahead.
ask earlier where we made more money with it as a public as the Americans? Did Americans have more money under the Republican Party or the Democratic Party? Did somebody ask that earlier?
Oh, they were asking the economy, talking about the overall
Okay,
economy.
Marty, read what I just sent you.
First of all, hey Cindy,
Yes,
it's
honey.
not. It's
Basically,
actually. It's not a fair question to ask. You can't.
mm,
You would have to. You would have to bring in so many different metrics. You would have to. You would have to break down jobs, government jobs,
Yep.
part-time jobs, wages, how much money was printed, how much inflation happened in that period of time. Like there is no way anyone could say
Yes, there is GDP growth, job
based off of
Okay.
what
creation,
Cindy just told
unemployment
So
me,
rate,
that
and
with that
GD,
all being said, Marty, read
GDP
what I
growth,
sent you.
GDP growth without considering
GDP
inflation, how
growth,
much
job
money was
creation,
printed.
this
stock
is
market returns, and the unemployment rate.
what you
Because
sent
this
me,
is what
Cindy, is
economists use.
Go ahead, Marty, read what I sent you.
Economists cannot build anything. They built nothing
Well, if
ever.
we do all that, who's had more recessions? Because
Who
that
said
is
they built it?
Well, we all know that under the Republicans,
It
well,
okay?
then
doesn't matter, but you don't know
So
where the
Finally,
recession
somebody
Grant
happened.
admits
doesn't
it.
want to
You
accept it though,
cannot tell the
Cindy.
cause of the recession with the little bit of data
Republicans
you
still
got
make
to
more
have.
money though.
So Cindy admitted it was Republicans, and then
okay. So
Look up
Grant admitted
Keynesian
tariffs.
economics,
but
please,
again,
Cindy.
You
again,
guys can't even define a Republican to me. No
okay.
one.
Grant, you can't spell
Marty,
Republican. Stop
please
it.
read what I just sent you.
I'm waiting. I was trying to, Cindy. I'm sorry.
Go
I was
ahead,
waiting
read
for
what
this
I
crazy
sent
boy.
you.
I was trying to wait for these crazy boy, but it says in regards to who has the higher income, Democrats or Republicans. This is in regards to higher income. Republicans had remarkably higher
household income and net worth in both the graduate and siblings, basically saying that Republicans attain slightly higher education levels. Republicans also reported higher levels of traits reflecting personal responsibility than Democrats, including lower avoidance coping. So basically, this is in regards to income, Republicans versus
Yeah, but that's not
Democrats.
the
What
economy.
year is that?
Very
What year?
interesting, Marty.
What
Because
What year
year?
was
most
this
of
from,
the
Cindy? Well, this was from. Let me see if I can backtrack this because this is a screenshot I have here. What year was
it,
that
it,
from,
it
That's
Cindy?
not
doesn't
what
That's
matter.
not
it
what
was the
Cindy
Marty,
said.
Marty,
overall
it
No, no,
Cindy
no.
view.
say
This
the
is I just.
Democrats have all the
What
money and
it
household?
Democrats
needs to
are the
be
More
most
money.
educated.
$1,800.
There's
Needs
Damn,
to
y'all
Household.
be
sound like the migrants.
Okay, hey guys, just only because I can't hear anybody, so one mic at a time,
Your
please.
states don't reflect that. The red states don't reflect that at all.
But what's the point? What's the point? You guys want to make this a red or blue conversation? I don't understand.
Sounds
Because
like
I
that's
would
all
Estrella
we
Grant,
prefer
got.
is
there
there
to
a
be
reason
a
why you
release in the
couldn't answer my
answer.
question? Grant, I'm still waiting for an answer to my question. Are you
I don't
planning to
think
make
you're
the
gonna get one,
announcement?
Shauna.
Well, I would just want to make sure.
Well, what announcement? Governor? Man, Grant not running for governor.
Come
That
on,
state
Well,
He's
man.
he
gonna
says
win.
he's going to be the California RNC in
Grant's not running
Sacramento.
for governor.
He
Y'all stop
won't
playing.
win.
Grant's not running for governor. Stop playing that.
Grant,
There's no reason for you to all answer for him. Grant
no,
can answer for himself. He has
I
had no
mean,
problem
no,
shit. Let
no.
me
already.
tell you something, Shauna. If Grant was, and this is, if Grant was gonna answer, he would have threw an answer out there about the first time it was asked. That's all we're trying
Grant
to
will do
say.
worse than Joe Biden on the damn debate stage. Y'all all know that.
He's trying to
So what the
stop
hell
his
is he going to be
political
doing at the
career.
RNC? What's his big?
Well, let me ask a question. If Grant's still in the room, Grant, are
They're
you
gonna
still in the
play
room?
his videos
Wait,
from
Hold
Trump's
on.
campaign.
who's that gentleman speaking? Who's speaking, please?
LSJ, LSD,
LSJ, go
one
ahead.
of
Go
them.
ahead.
Grant, are you still in the room? I'm only asking this to Grant.
Grant
Yeah,
can't handle
I
us. He
am.
still can't handle nobody on
Grant,
the
I
stage.
would ask you this, and if you don't want to answer, I understand. But I know you're on Fox News, and a lot of people are calling for Newsom's recall as well as the mayor. Barry, would you? And I know you're in real estate. Maybe you can't answer this, and I understand why, because I'm in Cali. Would you support Rick Caruso running? And Rick said he won't
Yeah,
recently.
I would support Rick running for. I think Rick runs for mayor. Whether
Okay.
I support him or not doesn't matter. I think he runs for mayor because he spent $110 million on um, the mayor's race. What I guess 2 years ago, 25 months ago or so, and I think he thinks that she's very vulnerable and that he can walk in and grab it. And I don't think he's as confident about his ability to run as governor. And that being
Understood.
said, I think Rick Caruso is a coward
How come?
because he ran as a Democrat and he's really a Republican. He's a
He wanted to take the
lifelong.
easy way out,
Sounds
right,
like
Grant?
Trump.
He tried to trick the Democrats.
He took the easy way out.
He did. That became the harder way, and now he's trick boxed himself because if he ran, he could actually run as a Republican governor and probably win. He'd probably be in he could at least split it between. Oh, look, the top two, whoever they are in California, end up, you know, basically running for governor. So it could be Kamala and this new this new face. What's her name?
Porter
Shut.
is not new. And Grant, if you knew anything
What's
about
her
what's
name?
going
What's her
on,
name again? Corker.
Katie Porter.
Porker.
Yeah,
Katie Porker.
and she's
Porker.
not new. And if
Katie
you knew
Porker, right?
anything, it's the sheriff
Yes,
from
Katie
Westchester
Porter.
County that's
Katie
going
Porker,
to
right?
be number two
Who is that, Shaw?
Katie Porter was
of the
a
Republicans.
Democratic congresswoman who
It's
ran.
Katie
Didn't she run
Porker.
for governor and she lost?
Senator. She ran
A
for the
Katie,
senator,
senator
right? And she
seat that
lost,
Adam
and she
Schiff, and
left
she
for
total
the.
split
nutcase.
it.
Katie Porter. Katie Porter
And
would
by the way, her
never.
name's not Porter, it's Porker.
Yeah, Katie
No,
Porter would
it's
never
not,
win.
Grant. It's
Katie
Porter.
Porter.
Definitely not Parker.
Listen, if Kamala Harris enters the
There's
race for
no
governor of
nobody wants a
California,
Porker.
They call her
Katie
Camel Toe
Porter
here.
would clear the way for Kamala Harris to win. Nobody's challenging
Bro,
Kamala
hell
Harris.
no! Did you see Kamala Harris at the
It's
damn
too late,
conference at the
TC. They've
fires?
already filed their paperwork. What
Damn,
do you
They
think?
would
Shauna,
They're
drop
all
out
going
of
to
the race,
drop
Shauna.
out?
Do you know how this works? They're going to
out of
drop
your
out of the
damn mind,
race.
lady.
Yes, that's how it works. You've already had a few
We
contested
already would have,
primary.
you would have thought that when the Senate race, when instead what they all did is instead of letting the right candidate win, we got Schiff instead because none of them fucking dropped out. Trust me when I tell you, these people that are listed right now that want to run on the Democratic ticket have egos too big to drop out for Kamala
Shauna, you
Harris.
don't know
The
what you're
And it's
talking
the
person
about,
only
that's
man.
it's
going,
the only
the
thing they can
person
do,
that's
by the
going
way.
to win, hopefully,
Shaw.
is the Republican sheriff from
Shauna.
Riverside County. He's
Even
the
if they
No,
best
did drop out,
candidate.
she would
impossible.
not win. You damn lunatic.
Shay,
Shauna,
it's impossible.
you don't you clearly
Which
are
part,
trading
Grant? The
Bro,
yourself
she
sheriff
even
or
if
the
everybody
The
person?
sheriff.
dropped, bro, Kamala's
No,
not gonna
you know what,
win.
Grant? If enough of
What's
us
wrong
get
with you?
behind him, it's not. He's got
Nah,
a
he
huge
can't
Shauna.
break.
following in SoCal.
Why are you arguing with TC? You know he got an identity disorder. That dude was a
I'm not
Democrat. Like,
arguing with TC. I'm talking to Grant.
Carlos.
Okay, but
Carlos,
then TC, he
He can't run
converted over
anybody.
to a Republican.
He woke
Anybody
up,
can do that at
Carlos.
any
Come on
time,
now.
guys.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And maybe TC was an
no, that dude,
independent, and then he went
that
over to the
I don't
Republican side.
understand.
Listen, say what y'all want about TC. There's only one person on the stage that has the best political instincts that can fucking see the world for what it is, not for what they want it to be, and call it for what it is. I recognize what was going to happen. Trump was going to take the White House, and I
You got muted,
And
Did
we
Mr.
he
both
Puppy.
just
said,
say that?
TC,
Was he
we
just
both
praising
said he was
himself
going to
by
roll
saying
hit.
he
Hold
was the
on,
TC.
best
Tara.
guy on
We
the
both,
app? He was the only
we
one. Is
both
that what he
said,
just said?
TC,
Y'all waste your time.
TC, we both said that Trump was going to roll himself right into a recession. Do you remember that conversation?
And I said the same thing.
100%,
Okay,
So wait,
thank you.
that's a
100%. We
good
all
thing
It
agree.
did
now?
not matter who became
Wow.
president, and I've said that for over a year and a half. We're rolling into
He
it.
had 10
That's
lawsuits
period.
against him today. He lost
Show
10
got the right
lawsuits
dummy to
today.
lead us
And
into it.
But we're not rolling
Absolutely.
into it. He's bulldozing his way into it.
Got the right dummy up there to lead
Okay,
us
well,
right
let's
into
see.
it.
Yeah, that's good. Bulldoze.
Bulldoze.
Good
Let's
I
be
job.
like
clear,
that.
Cindy.
No,
You
it
were
is
the
much
only
better.
ones to say that.
That what?
Hey, they shut
Rochelle,
Donnie
Rochelle,
asses up
Rochelle
today.
got thrown down again because people don't agree with what she's saying.
No,
I've been real
Rochelle is
Rochelle.
hostile today.
hold
I
on,
know
Rochelle.
you
Hey,
big
Cindy,
energy.
I
Cindy,
Cindy,
told
did
you
she
Auntie was in
die?
the
do you
building.
think that Trump's actions are helpful in terms of the tariff stuff?
Hell yeah.
I'm
Here's what
asking
I.
Cindy.
Okay, here's what I do think. I think.
One more
Here's what I do
time,
think.
Grant.
Okay, I don't know what to think right now because
I
I'm not
did not throw you
understand. Hold
down.
on, I'm not understanding his playbook yet. He's only been in office for less than 60 days. Give me some time to absorb where he's going. Okay, let me try to comprehend his
Yeah.
every move, which is very hard to do. Okay,
Cindy, can
but
I just say this? Okay. The fires in California,
There we go.
Oh,
the
that was
fire,
Nelson.
the fires in California, the
Nelson, you're
fires,
such a menace for
Nelson's
real.
back.
excuse me, the
Oh, that
fires
was
in
Menace.
me.
The fires in California were 65 days ago. They still haven't cleaned up one fucking stick. Not
That's
one
not
house.
true.
Not one house has been
that
picked up.
is true because the
And
permitting process to do
just
that, they're making it very tough on them to go in. People
all I
want
was
to
going to
clean
say,
their
People
own
Cindy,
have
sites and
already
they can't.
started cleaning
Cindy,
up on many lots.
You need
Cin-
permits. You
Let him
need
finish.
permits. You
all I-
need permits to do
Cin-
this.
Cindy,
Period.
I was
You
just going to
don't
say that Don,
understand permitting.
Cindy, I was just going to say that
Cindy,
Donald
I
Trump,
understand permitting. I work in real estate and I can
Jesus
tell you
Christ.
for a
Man, mute
fact
your
people have
goddamn mic. I'm back in the building. One mic on City.
I was going to say, Cindy, that
There
Donald
we go.
Trump has accomplished more for the whole country and the planet than the state of California has done with just cleaning up the homes that were burnt down 65 days ago.
That's not
So
really
are you
true.
aware that Newsom basically
Oh no 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 no
suspended
no no
all
no
of?
no 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 no. Now I'm having a personal moment. Rochelle, you're gone. Where is she? You're gone. Where the hell is she right now?
Nelson, do you know
You're
how many
gone.
demo
Goodbye.
companies?
Gone.
Listen, Nelson,
Wait,
do you know how many demo companies, okay, have offered to go into Cali and start removing this debris? They put a stop on them coming in. There's major companies that can go out all over the United States and go right into Cali and take care of this. Their red
Cindy,
tape
Cindy,
is
you got to
holding
have
Cindy,
their
guys.
arms
Cindy,
back.
I had a
Cindy
group, Cindy.
Newsom. Newsom basically suspended all the environmental rules recently. Also, the EPA went in there and they
What's
completed phase
recently?
one
What?
of the wildfire debris stuff. That was in February. They had to remove hazardous
Do
materials,
you need to see
asbestos, all that
pictures?
stuff.
Tira, do
No,
you
I'm
need to
not.
see
Look,
pictures?
I'm not saying that things have been replaced or rebuilt. What I'm saying is
Nothing's been picked up, Tira.
the
No,
hazardous
nothing's been picked up.
material in many places
It
has been
hasn't been
cleared.
removed.
And that's what you guys are being blinded by,
Tara,
Tira. We're being
I have a
told it's
friend that owns one
hazardous.
of the biggest companies in America out of Massachusetts and Florida. They've offered to go there. They've sent trucks there. They're all ready to go. They're being held back.
Yeah. So
Stop.
that's
That
the
is the
reality,
truth.
Tira. I don't even know, Tira, why you would butt in on this matter when we're showing you
Well,
facts on
because what
it.
I'm saying is when I read that Newsom had suspended the environmental rules, I also read that the EPA had signed off on something, I don't remember how many, like 9,000 properties, et cetera. And that's the Trump EPA.
And
Okay?
no, and that's the
That's not
thing,
my,
Tira. But
so
Tira,
I certainly don't think that things are in any good shape or that things have been rebuilt or
Trump,
anything like
Trump,
that. But
Trump,
you're telling me
Trump.
nothing's been done. So the EPA,
Nothing.
the Trump
Nothing.
EPA is lying. The Trump
Trump.
EPA is lying.
No, Trump cannot overrun the mayor and the governor of LA, of California. Trump does
no.
not have, I can decide to go clean it up. They have to decide. He said that in the meeting. You guys
That
should
and I was just gonna say
enforce,
that's exactly why he
you
said
should
that when he
enforce
was
your
sitting across from her.
emergency. He said you should use your emergency actions, take emergency actions and clean up and start to clean up now. My point was just this. I don't know why you guys get triggered about everything. 65 days ago, that the fires happened and nothing has been picked up. And anybody that says that something's been picked up is lying because nothing has been picked up. Malibu, Altadena, and the Palisades. Nothing. And Donald Trump has done what?
I just want to
He's
tell you,
got
Lee
Ukraine to take a
Zeldin.
knee. He's got Ukraine to take a knee.
I don't.
He's using tariffs to push Canada back into not tariffing us, by the way. We have been tariffed by everybody, Europe, all of Europe, China, Mexico, and Canada for years, and we don't collect tariffs when we get pushed into those countries because we don't get to sell products to those countries. So
I'm
I don't know
just
what.
read you something that Lee Zeldin, as you know, is the Trump appointed and
Yeah,
selected
I know who
on
he
purpose.
is.
This is what he said on February 25th, right? He said the EPA had, quote, substantially completed phase one of the debris removal process. And he said that the agency had cleared hazardous materials from over 9,000 properties in less than 30 days, with only about 100 properties left due to access challenges.
That's not
That's
true.
what he
Yes,
said.
That
but
is true,
Tira,
Grant,
That's
no,
what
but
That
he
is
in
not
your
true.
said. I
neighborhood,
mean,
it's not.
guys,
this is the
fuck.
Trump guy at a joint press conference. You're telling me
Okay,
the
I don't
Trump's
care. I don't
EPA guy
care.
was lying.
yo, Grant, step aside for a second. Tira, okay, but you're talking about hazardous material, right?
Yes,
But at the
that's
end of the
all I
day,
said. I
okay,
said they
okay, no, no,
clearly
no.
have.
And what I'm trying to say is I'll give you that, right? Because removing of the hazardous, what's considered hazardous, it does not equate to all the debris that needs to be removed so that any type of work can continue or even get started. So yes, you know what? I'll give you they've done some work on removing some hazardous materials to where people probably wouldn't be able to go in there and work. But just in regards to just debris removal, because it wasn't all the homes that had this quote unquote hazardous material, hazardous stuff that was there. But just in regards to debris removal, yeah, no, it's like nothing has been done. So to what Cindy was talking about, these
Correct.
large companies that are trying or waiting to go out there, I was contacted by a few friends out of Florida who have large debris moving companies letting me know, hey, huge work's about to open up in Cali. It's about to go crazy because they need to get all this stuff removed and there's a lack of people. And guess what? They're all being held up. They're all being held up 100%. So
You
yeah,
are
That's
Marty.
crazy
You are
talk. That is not
100%.
true.
Marty, you are you
One
correct
mic,
on
guys.
a
One
lot
mic,
of.
one mic, one mic, one mic, one mic. All right, guys, real quick. Here's the deal. Welcome to Debate the News, folks. Here's the deal. No muting, okay? Unless you're a main mod. Do not mute anyone. All right? Do not drop people to the stage. Don't drop Nelson. Don't drop, guys, do not drop any of the main people. All right? Because it's been a lot of shit going on here. All right? So that ends right now.
Who are the main people, by the way, Jonathan?
Was that?
Who are the main people?
Well, we'll figure that out as we go.
I mean, they got people, some people here think they're the main people and they're not. They just
I think they know that they're not. The ones that think that they know that they're not. So I just don't want any of the main people being dropped.
yeah.
I don't
Just so
want the
y'all
main
know,
people.
I know I'm one of the main people.
This
Yeah, me
motherfucker,
too.
this fucking guy,
Dear God. Me
this
three.
fucking guy. Okay, so this
Cindy,
fucking
Cindy,
guy.
you
Yeah, the
know.
short bus did
So
come to school.
anyway,
Short bus
That's
shouted.
No,
me.
no one,
I'm
no
No,
one's
there.
you don't have
dropping.
to.
Nobody's
okay.
dropping Queen Bee over here, Jonathan.
No one's dropping, Cindy. You've never been dropped. Here's the thing, though.
Queen B.
Here's the thing. Okay, Marty, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Here's the deal, guys. All right, so no more of that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's finish this thing off strong, and make it a great night. So, with that being said,
And if you're
uh,
Canadian, you're definitely not a main person.
Oh, that's a fact.
so that's where we are. So, with that being said, let's get back to it, folks. Yeah, we're gonna jump right back to it,
But
folks.
Mr. Bing, did you like the way that we came in this room and made it balanced for the first time ever? Did you love
You
it?
guys turned it to shit. That's what it is.
This is
You
a
guys turned
shit
this room to
shit
shit.
show tonight. That's why the
It's a
Canadian don't
shit
want to be a
show.
mean moderator.
No,
We're
we
we're
didn't.
not taking
We're
Canadian
just
opinion
giving
on
you
it.
a fair playing field here.
It's a
That's
shit
a
show, is
fact.
what it is. It's a shit show.
It was a good one tonight, right?
I
Cindy,
think so.
Nelson, and
You
That's a
Grant
guys
have
are
fact.
turned it into a
ridiculous. Come
shit
on.
show.
This was great. I love it.
Yeah, but
Why
you
you let
guys
the
have been
Canadians talk? Huh? How's about
Mute
you
your
guys
that?
have been
goddamn
right
mic, man.
Ah,
You're
nah,
not
nah, nah, nah.
American.
My
resisting
turn,
having
huh?
him.
You don't qualify. Thank you,
We don't
my pretty.
qualify. We're gonna shut your
But mute
fucking
your mic.
power
I'm
off.
speaking to Daphne. God damn it. Thank you, my beautiful Goldilocks. I appreciate that comment right there, man. Let's go.
So can we actually get
Yeah,
back to the topic?
they destroyed the show tonight, Jonathan.
Mute
For
your
sure.
goddamn mic, man. Who
For
asked you a question?
sure.
Preach,
For
Trump.
Mute your
sure. That's
goddamn
what they
mic.
No,
did.
because
And don't be dropping me and
you
throwing me
had
out,
some
Nelson.
compet
There we go. One mic on Cindy. Ma, jump in.
you had some competition tonight where you haven't had much of that.
There's competition every night.
What,
Are you
lies?
No, there's
serious?
Misinformation? And like,
one mic. Hold on
When
one
you
second.
had
Y'all
Brian
need
and
to let Lewis finish.
Grant and you're
One second,
serious?
guys. No, we have competition every night. Okay. Here's the deal. If someone's speaking 70% of the time, you can't get mad because they want 80. Okay. That's not the way it goes. So I mean, there's other voices. When we say we want to spread it around, I went back and I listened to all my podcasts. I went to most of the podcasts on full speed. Okay, and when certain people are in here, they get most of the time, and as they should. But don't say you're being treated unfairly when people want a chance to respond. Okay, that's not being equitable at all. We're trying to be equitable in the sense that 70-30. That's, I get it. That is not 100. It's not 95-5. It's not 90-10. But, 70-30, I think is more than equitable, for some people. And we make sure that happens because we value, their input and we value their views and their experiences. I mean, Cindy, you bring a ton of experience here. Grant bring a ton of experience here. Nelson, not so much. But
Damn.
it happens. So,
Why does TC not have a damn
Fool,
co-host?
bro.
where's TC? Because I didn't even know TC was. Cause Grant, I'm not by the hosting. I'll give TC. TC's my brother.
Why isn't Skald a co-host? He's got a lot of intelligence and fairness and balance and
Yeah,
mind
but
wisdom.
Grant, I gotta go over to the other device to do that. But I'll give him one. There you go. But
Yeah.
anyway, guys, let's jump back to it. Let's get back to this quote unquote
Well,
balance.
and
This
then
balanced show.
Yeah,
why
yeah.
does
Okay,
Listen,
Jonathan, the balance. So what's wrong with somebody
Man, shut the
taking
fuck up.
Let's
talking
why does
let's
Canada?
talk
why does
about the
Norman need to get a
bean.
mic?
What is
No,
wrong
no,
with
we need to talk about Canada.
the room's problem is one
Yeah.
problem and only one problem. You don't want to give the man the opportunity and a chance to see what he can do. Now, if he falls flat on his face, I will be the first to say he fucked up and he fucked up bad. Okay. And I'm sure many others will say the same thing. Now, do I agree on the Canada move? No, but that's also talking from being selfish right now. Period.
Cindy,
I
I
need
got
my
a
Cindy,
I
steel.
got
Cindy,
a
you
question.
I
had
need
one
my
of the best
steel. I need
comments.
my
yeah,
lumber.
yeah.
I need my limestone. I
Uh-huh.
need many products. I need my cabinetry.
Keep
I need
going.
many
Keep
things.
going, Cindy. Come
I'm
on.
not, listen,
Cindy, you had
look,
one of the
Cindy, you
best
know what, Cindy?
comments.
anybody that is in high whatever, let me put it better, not a onesie twosie builder, definitely needs Canada. And
Cindy,
Cali's
you
going to
had the
lead it.
best.
Cindy,
Cindy,
can I
you had
just
the best comment all night when you said
That he's only been in office X amount of days. You're still trying to process and you are waiting to see what happens. And that's what I
Correct.
wish everybody
Cindy,
else would do
But this is
instead of,
debate the
Hold on,
news.
chat. Just a second. Go
That's
ahead, Grant. Thank you, chat.
I
Yeah, I
was
don't
just
see
going
what's
to say,
happening.
I thought my name.
Cindy, you wouldn't need those. You wouldn't need that if they.
Muted again.
You wouldn't need them if we were still building stuff in this country. You guys understand how much furniture we build in this country today?
Not much. We used
No,
to a
no, no,
lot.
no, no. Do you guys know what percent of furniture is built in America?
No.
What is it?
Zero. Anything that said it is built in America was assembled here only. So we have become dependent upon other countries. So Cindy, if we opened up that timber and we actually we can get those resources right here in this country.
Grant, who's
And
to blame
that
for
is
I
the
this?
can tell
purpose
you,
of a
my
Seriously.
tariff.
furniture line is
A
not
tariff is
made.
never
My
used
furniture line is
permanently.
not made in America. It's made in Albania. I hate to say
Okay.
it, but it is.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Right?
But
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 I
It's
but
really
and
pretty though.
and
we
my
just need,
fabrics come out of Turkey, right?
and that's
So
fine. Hey, that's fine, Cindy. Things that we can't produce here, we should import. But
I
things that
mean,
we can
but we
produce
Grant,
used
here,
to be
lie,
able to.
Grant.
We used to
That's
be
a
able to
lie.
have fabrics
Check
here. We
furniture,
used to
make it
be
literally
able to do
Hang on,
that.
Carlos.
scratchy.
Hang on, please. Hang on. Let them finish.
We used to be able. We used to have the fabrics. We used to have the furniture to be made here. We had the labor to do it. We had the factories to do it. I don't know when that stopped.
because
Henry all those lines, those ultra high
because
lines.
China, we could get their labor cost 25 cents an hour,
And we
and
all know one thing, Grant. You can buy cabinetry out of China all day long, and it won't last you more than 2 years. It'll be falling on your legs. It'll be falling down. It'll be peeling. It's a piece of crap.
Grant, what
Well,
government blamed you guys that opened the doors to let China in? They knocked on we can make for this.
dude,
Who's to blame for that?
we
That's
built
what I want to know.
we built the greatest consumer nation on the
Yes,
planet.
you did.
Some would suggest that no country can actually reproduce what's happened in America, that we would become a consumer economy. No one else has done it at scale the way we have. Everybody depends on us to buy things. But we are now looking at saying, okay, I can't get my furniture. I can't get the parts for my automotive. I can't get chips. We're in a bad situation, and Trump wants to fix that so that America can be independent again. I don't know if you guys heard any of his rallies.
Yeah, well, we heard him, but how economically can you do it with the cost of labor and the skilled labor? Is people going to go back and open up
No,
the
no, no. That
plants?
it's not
Because
about that. It's
that's
not
what the
about
purpose of the
that. It's
tariff
Right.
not
is.
about that. I.
Okay.
It's about where are we going to get these kids to go up and go to work and do this
Yeah. Good
and
luck.
do this type of
Why
work.
would they go to work if we don't have the jobs for them?
But
You got
why
to have
didn't
the
he do
jobs
all
And
this?
first.
even if we did, Grant, would these 20-year-olds go in and
Yes, they
start
will.
going and
Yes, they
assemble
Well,
will.
lines?
I'm sorry, I
Yes,
have a
yes, they will.
question. Why
Nine
didn't
I'll
he
be
times
do all
out
paying
of
this
10
attention.
we
during
will.
his
Won't.
first administration? Because we're
what was
forgetting
that,
that Donald
Nikki?
Trump has already been in office. He actually inherited a very robust economy from Barack Obama. So unemployment was low. The stock market was doing well. GDP was fine. Why
Hmm.
didn't he do all this his first administration?
Can you spell COVID?
COVID didn't come in until 2020.
Can you spell? Okay. So
So can you
you
spell
think
good economy? Grant, I get it. You're a big deal in here, but you're a DT
Nikki,
and DEI hire. You just
can you
admitted you
Nikki,
don't
can
what
know
are you talking
history.
about? The
You
trajectory
don't know the
continued under
economy.
Trump.
You don't always have to speak when I ask a question because I'm coming from an intellectual capacity. So I
Why
need
are
an
you all yeah?
intellectual response. Can
Nikki, what are you
someone
talking
answer
about? The
my question?
trajectory?
Who
the
actually
economy
knows
under
the
Donald
answer?
Trump was
Why did
booming
Donald Trump do all of these things his first administration?
The
because the
trajectory
economy.
continued under Trump.
Again, I don't need the DTN fake DEI hires to respond because
No,
you
this
don't
is
know
not a
anything.
DTN and fake D.
No, sweetie, I know my shit. I
The
already know.
stats are clear. The
I'm just
trajectory
asking. Well, then answer the question, TC.
it did
Snarky
not
puppy.
stop under Trump. It continued under
He
Trump
did
until
not do
COVID.
any of these things. He did not bring manufacturing back. In fact, he blessed the corporations with the largest tax cut that they had ever seen. He
And it
added
Yes,
$3
resulted in a
trillion
higher
dollars in
GDP. What are you talking
deficit
about?
for the corporations. So if he really wanted to bring manufacturing back, why didn't he do so during his first term?
What are you talking about? He did bring manufacturing back.
No,
Carrier
he did not
opened
bring
more
manufacturing
carrier.
back because then y'all wouldn't be whining we don't have manufacturing now.
again, can you spell COVID? What
Can you
what what
spell
No, Grant.
what
vaccine?
Nobody wants to remember
Drill, baby,
COVID.
drill.
What
COVID
year
aborted
was
this plan.
COVID? Do you not know how the market ended up in 2020, how the country ended up?
Anybody can do a Google search, guys.
What
Anybody can do a
happened
Google
during
search.
COVID?
Hold on, hold
Did
on.
the economy
Anybody can do a
suffer
Google search. Hold on.
except for
Everybody.
Q1 2024?
Anybody can
Except for
do a Google
Q1,
search
not
from
sorry,
20
2024, 2020?
from
Interrupting me does
2017
not make you
to
smarter, nor does it make you
2020.
right.
You can see the map. The trajectory was on the upward incline. It continued all the way through 2020. It only declined
That
in
was the last year
2021.
of his administration. What about the first three?
It was
Again, if
booming,
you look
dude. What
at
are you
if you
talking
look at
about?
the GDP, if you look at the economy, it continued to grow under.
Well, why you guys keep muting everybody?
One second, one second, guys. All right.
If you look
Let's
at the
leave. Let's
chart,
leave the mute
you'll
all. Let's leave the mute
see.
all. Come on, guys. Look, we got to get this thing back. All right, because the alternative is to make sure that there's only like 4 or 5 co-hosts, and you guys are gonna be like, "What the
Well,
hell?"
bro,
And
why the hell haven't you started that already? I mean, why do you have
yeah,
too many
well,
co-hosts, dude?
I'm gonna
It
actually
doesn't
move
make
people
sense.
down. Well, no, I'll remedy it tonight because I'll start moving people
Yeah,
down one
dude.
by
I mean,
one.
you have too many co-hosts. It don't make
Yeah, I'll
sense,
start
bro.
moving people down 3 by 3.
Well,
I start.
Nelson's the one abusing his co-host.
You
I,
goddamn right,
TC
because I
wouldn't let me
can.
beat that.
All
You're
right, so
fucking
one
right.
second, guys. Let's let TC because I definitely want both sides in here. We don't mute people out. So let's stop it, guys. I told you guys about the co-host. Next time it happens, I'll drop 6 and I'll drop 6 more.
Yeah, and for the record, I don't need to mute anybody. This is Miki because it's more fun for me to take you apart and show you to be a fool than for me to mute you. Better for you to run your mouth and prove yourself wrong and for me to tackle that on top of it. So I don't have to mute anybody. Trust and believe that. I can argue with what I know.
Yeah,
So,
TC's not
like
going to
I
make a
said,
coherent point.
why
Let
did
TC
he
take
do
that
it
one.
his first 3 years?
One mic, one mic. Who's that? Yeah, who's
Oh
that talking?
hell no! Are you? Where the fuck are you,
No,
Mark?
I
Bro,
think
your
what's
mic
happening is
is
you guys are muting the
terrible.
stage and it's muting the platform. That's what's going
No,
on.
bro, no. He's on
No,
the
no, he was
stage.
on chatter, bro. He was on chatter.
He
Yo,
sounds
that, yeah,
like.
your mic is
Mr.
Exactly.
terrible,
Oh my
bro.
Darth Vader.
Aristocratic.
Excuse.
All right. I think from tomorrow, Mr. Bing, yeah, 5 co-hosts max, bro. Like this is a shit show. Okay, and it's a
Yeah.
shit show because we can't effectively mute people and run a goddamn room. But that being said, Miki.
Oh, it was running fine until you came in and started abusing it, and everyone else
No,
started abusing it.
I made it a safe. I made it a safe space for Republicans. That's what I did, and I think I did that
Well,
successfully.
you're a bully, just like Trump.
Mute your goddamn mic, okay? Unless
There
you
it
have
is.
something better to say. Thank you very
Bully.
much. All
Yo,
right.
Nelson.
So
One
That's
second,
one
no,
person
that's
who should
Luis.
never be
Luis, what are you
given
gonna
a
say, Luis?
co-hosting badge.
go ahead, Luis.
All right, let me just correct the record that was stated earlier. Since World War II, when you ask AI, since World War II, has the last 10 recessions out of the last 11 happened under Republican administrations?
We
The
already
answer
answered
is
that
true.
with yes.
Okay. Well, you, I know I
I
went
did. I
back and
answered
forth.
that question. I said yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to go back on mute instead
But
of giving
how
you the
about
receipts.
Lewis? How about
You didn't need to
hold on,
come
Lewis?
off.
See, here's what you're forgetting. With those 8 year periods that there were Republicans, there were
Hmm.
also great years there too. And I'm going to go back to cycles. Cycles. Nothing good lasts forever. It has to cycle. The economy has to cycle. It always has. It always
So,
will.
so Cindy, just respectfully to your point, 1953 to 1958
Oh,
and
Jesus Christ. I
1960.
wasn't born then. I don't give a
Hold on
shit.
for,
Lewis, no,
oh,
I'm not going back
wait,
in
wait,
time. You
hold on
think
for a
you could
second.
go back in
Hold
time,
on.
thing. I
I
know.
have to go back in time in order to show you. It's not just cycles, right? Because recessions don't happen every 3 and 4 years. They're supposed to happen every 10 to 15. Wouldn't you agree? According to
But they
the,
don't. They
according,
cycle
o-
7, 8 years on,
okay,
7, 8 years,
all right.
strong.
So hear me out. Although you are, although you refuse to go back in history, in order to know where we're going, we have to know where we come from. We have to study the cycles, right? So just respectfully, I'm not going to go on for 10 minutes. I'm going to go on for 2 or 1.
So you're
1953,
saying we're
hold
going
on.
back to what?
No, all I'm showing is this. There are certain Republican administrations that force these cycles to happen. 1953, 1958, and 1960 were all under Eisenhower.
What are you reading from right now,
1969,
Luis?
Chat GPT.
Okay, Jesus.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, because I got your ass. Okay. 1969 to 1973, there were two recessions caused by Nixon. 1980, Carter, which was the only Democrat. 1981, 1990, 2001,
Can you read?
2007,
Hey, why don't
and
you just put it in the
2020
chat and we can
were
read it for
Republicans.
ourselves?
Good. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Thank you.
But do
Thank you.
not say that these things just happen in natural cycles because there are certain people, a hold of the controls, that force these things to happen. I'll go on mute.
Jesus.
But here, what you don't give is you don't tell why
Slavery.
these
Slavery
recessions
all over
happen.
again.
You don't explain why these recessions happen. You just
We
give out dates.
we tried to explain and y'all denied the information. What the data says is, right? Anyone, especially for business owners, you have fiscal periods, do you not? Do you get to tell the IRS, well, 2 years ago, my business actually was bad, so you need to give me a break in my 2025 taxes? No, you have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4,
I think we
Q4.
all know that, honey.
Well, apparently you don't because we have data
Apparently
subsets.
I do, Mickey. And
What the
don't
data
you throw
shows,
one more
you
haymaker, I'm
confused
coming after you,
1987 and
okay?
2008
Miss
respectfully.
Financial
May I
Advisor,
finish,
how
please?
many hundreds of millions of
Speaking over
dollars are
me
you
doesn't change
running?
anything.
No,
You
no,
already admitted you don't give a shit about the
you
past because
like
you
to
weren't
get
alive.
cocky. So if you want to
May
get
I finish?
cocky, no, you can't right now. How's
Oh,
that?
I
Oh
can't
Because
finish?
I'll
shit,
tell you
it's
why.
going
You
down.
like
Why
to
can't
throw
I finish?
haymakers. Now I'm going to throw one back at you. You always talk about how intelligent and blah, blah, blah. You're an advisor. Tell me
No, I don't even say I'm an
how many
advisor. Everyone
hundreds
else
of
does.
millions of dollars are
I
you
don't talk
running?
about how intelligent I am. It's apparent because I can tell the difference between decades. You
Not
ask us
very,
because I'm
not very
explaining what
intelligent at
periods
all,
are.
actually.
Again, my question is, you're a wealth advisor. How many hundreds of millions of dollars are you running right now today?
Are you seriously asking me that
Yeah.
question?
Yeah. I'd
Thousand
like to know
percent I
that.
Yeah,
am.
I would
Because
like to
you
hear
don't
that
know
question.
anything?
That's a real
Because
question.
I'm giving you
I'd like to hear
information
that.
that
Mickey, it's a
my
fair
I'd like to
nephew
question,
hear
in the
that.
Mickey.
fifth
Cause
grade
you,
could
listen,
answer.
if you
Are
want
you
to throw a
Yeah,
serious right
Mickey,
haymaker
don't
now?
at
answer
me,
that
be
question.
ready for one back here.
Are you
Yeah,
so
I'd like to
It's a
hear
first of
that
fair
all, if
question.
you
question.
let me finish, my profession has
It's a fair
nothing to do with
question.
the information that I'm providing to you right
Sure it
now.
does.
It's just because I am an intelligent, well-educated person who actually
Oh
pays
God.
attention to history because I just love the data. So does that answer your question?
No,
No.
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 it
Of
Here,
It's a
course
doesn't.
fair
it
here's
doesn't.
question, Mickey.
Because you want to ask me something that has nothing to do with it because you people are trying to denounce what Louise is saying because
Transparency,
you're too
Mickey.
fucking stupid to understand
Transparency.
the economy. So
Oh,
can we
Transparency.
get back to the question?
we're so
There's
How
no
about some
stupid.
You're
transparency?
I'm
not
I do
so
not
transparent,
stupid.
Greg.
represent anybody
So
on this
stupid.
fucking stage. Do I? Raise
Because
your hand if you have
what
an
are you
agreement in
hiding
place
at?
with me. Yes or no?
Mickey,
Y'all can
what's
dance around this bullshit
transparency,
all you
Mickey?
want because you
You're
think you
not
have loud
transparent,
mics.
Greg.
I'm from
It's
the
always
fucking
the
South. I
brokest,
have a louder
angriest
mic than
people.
you.
Yeah.
So like I
It's always the
said,
brokest, angriest people. I don't get it. It is like it's a,
Yep, that would be you.
okay. Yeah, you're right.
Like
oh,
I'm
angry,
very poor. I'm
broke is
very.
giving that haircut because you're not a black guy and you need to get your money back. That shit doesn't even look cute, bro. Seriously. You paid too much for that even if that shit was free.
Oh wow,
Mickey,
Get your
why do
ass
you
off
someone's
camera.
always have
Nobody
to
want
be
to see that fucked up buzz
condescending?
cut. Get your
Why do
ass
you
off
always
camera.
have to be
Fucking up my view.
condescending?
Hell no.
Mickey, why do you always
Stop
have
Mickey,
to?
don't worry about
You
it. You
need
don't
to
have
go
to
to a
share
good
your
black barber
personal
in
I
the
ain't gonna
north.
lie,
information.
this shit
Stop going
sound
to Stone
horrible,
Piper
John
That's
and
a
C.
doing
fair,
all this
bro.
Let,
That's
fucking
what I
let me get
said
one
nonsense.
mic. Let me
earlier.
get one
This
mic,
shit
guys,
just
real quick, real
sounds
quick.
retarded.
One second, everybody. Let me get one mic.
I've been
Um,
listening to a whole
hey, bro,
evening, and
mute
it
your mic.
sounds.
Yo, bro, mute your goddamn mic, man. Shit. Okay.
Shut
Now,
up, Nelson.
what?
So shut up, Nelson. The fuck? Shut up.
Okay. Go to the goo, motherfucker. Good night. All right. I'm going to do a very interesting poll right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to respond to this poll. It's very simple. Would you rather, you got two options, be rich or be smart? Everybody click that poll on your screens and vote. I'm very curious. And answer truthfully, by the way. Would you rather be rich or would you rather be smart? Pick one. Would you rather have a lot of money in the bank or would you rather have a lot of brains up there in the head? Right? 35 responses so far. I want to see at least 100 responses. Ladies and gentlemen, click that poll on your
Yeah.
phone screens right now and vote on a poll. Vote on a poll. Vote on a poll. Vote on a poll. Let me see what we've got. Okay,
The
I've cast
smart,
my
the
vote.
So
smart
Nelson,
answers
that's
are
such
winning,
a
Wait,
right?
great.
one second, Grant.
No,
Grant,
no,
what
the
you say?
smart answers are winning, bro. That's how.
But let's see.
That was the
It's
craziest
60 votes.
conversation. I
No,
swear to God.
it's 60 votes.
let's get 100 votes. Let's get 100 votes.
Yo, Nelson,
56% want to be smart.
Nelson, your girl literally told me
I
my
know what
age.
Daphne
She
put.
basically called me a wigger to my
Hey,
face.
let's talk about
She's
it.
like, yo, your face looks like shit.
But listen, I'm curious
Your
about this
fade does look
poll.
like shit. Oh,
I
not
It's
you,
really,
your
okay.
I
fade.
really
But
want
I
to
Salad
look
is
know.
good
not a
driving
fade.
around my McLaren, though,
I don't give a
baby.
fuck what your ass got. Nobody gives
Just,
a
just,
shit.
just,
Only goofy ass people are impressed with that. Get your goofy ass out of here, child.
Ladies and
Child, please.
gentlemen, would
Not
you
showing a
rather?
fucking car. You probably got
yeah.
a weed
One
going. Look
second,
at
guys,
you.
she's scrolling my poll right now. Guys, be smart. Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen, would you
wealthy
rather?
white people
I
with
can
their
show you
white
the house,
privilege
too, if you
bragging
like.
about what they're.
Shut the fuck up.
There we go, Jeremy. Let me finish my poll first. Let me
See,
finish my poll.
see, see, Nelson, see the problem, huh?
Y'all really think we're gonna be triggered because you're showing some shit that you got on fuck?
What do you mean the problem? There's no problem here, Grant. This is
I,
debate.
I, I just want
Run
I
the
just
way
want
we
to see
want to
this
run
Rosie,
it.
poll.
There's no fucking problem.
Grant is the problem.
there's no problem
Rochelle,
here, Jonathan?
No, there isn't.
What
man,
now?
Rochelle just keeps ad libbing, bro. She just
She's an
keeps ad
angry little
libbing.
elf.
It's
She's an
like she's
angry
in a
little
rap
elf.
music video or something. Just
Grant is the
ad lib.
problem, and Nelson, so are
Mute your
you.
goddamn mic, man.
Disrupted our whole show tonight.
Mute your goddamn mic,
Y'all are
okay?
acting like y'all are aristocrats.
That's
You're
not a
some
show,
$5.
guys. That's not a show. This is not a show.
Your first fucking generation.
That
Your
is
family
true.
bloodline is trash. Get the
Man, ladies and gentlemen, the way
nobody's
this poll
impressed.
is looking, like most people would rather be
Be
smart
rather be
than
broke
rich.
dicks.
Well, let me tell you what, Nelson. If you're rich, you can buy smarts.
That's a
Okay?
fact,
But when
though.
you're smart, you can't buy
No,
rich.
no, no, you can't.
That's
No,
Nope,
true.
you
no,
can't
That's
buy
a
no.
smarts in
You
You
here.
fact.
just
can
a you
buy
just
You
a
can you
rich
smarts.
can
dumbass.
you can hire
Anybody
smart
that
No,
people.
has
hold on.
You're a
Let's
dumbass with
explain that.
money.
Let's explain that
You
real
can
quick.
hire smart people.
Hey, you just keep jumping in, dude. Like, golly.
Angry bird.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain what Cindy is saying. Okay. So let's take Grant as an example, right? Grant, how many employees do you have, Grant? Total across everything. How many would you say?
Somewhere around 1,500.
1,500. Okay. Within that pool of 1,500, how many would you say have a master's degree?
I no clue, bro.
Over 100?
No. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. I don't even know if they have high school degrees. Shit, I don't care.
But
Let me help you out,
I've
Nelson.
got a
Grant,
better
do
one.
you let me help you?
I've got a better one.
Storm might
Let me
know.
help you out here.
Oh,
Grant, do
Skald
you
knows.
hire people smarter than you? Do you try to hire people smarter than you?
Is that question for me?
Of
Yes, for
Yeah.
course
you.
he does. Wouldn't you? What?
Exactly.
But
Every good business owner tries to hire people smarter than them.
A
They try to
and
hire
thousand
people
percent.
better
now
skilled
let
than
me
them. That's
correlate that. Let me correlate
so.
that back to what Cindy said. When you're rich, you can buy brains. That's the literal meaning of buying brains. Hiring individuals that are
Correct.
smart enough to execute the roles that they need to execute within your organization.
If you're
That's what Cindy
stupid,
was
how do
saying.
you know that they're smart? Because they just cater up to your ego
You,
and you
you got
think
to
it's
hire another person to
It's
Yeah,
to
yeah.
correlate the
It's
information.
crazy.
yeah,
Jackie.
but ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Right? If you have stupid people working for you, you're not going to make any goddamn money.
If you need a
Nelson, you could
lawyer,
tell that
you
that girl's
want,
never really
hold
ran a
on.
business the way she
If you
talks.
own a business, you need lawyers, right? You need lawyers. Do you want to pay for good lawyers or you want to pay for crappy lawyers?
You need
Same thing.
accountants
That's
too.
called buying brains. When you hire a CPA, do you want to be with Price Waterhouse or you want to be with some mom and pop accountant?
Exactly. Exactly.
Whoa, you got to fix that, Daphne.
So,
If you're smart, it don't mean you don't have drive or opportunity either.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
hey,
This room is
Nelson.
hilarious, bro.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
hey,
See,
yo,
hey,
yo,
this
Nelson.
is the problem.
This room is unbelievable.
but once again, let's go back to a critical fact, right? Cindy's point was correct. When you're rich, you can buy brains. Absolutely. Grant, I saw an ad you posted on your Twitter the other day. You're looking for a CFO right now, correct?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And could you talk about the qualifications real quick for that position? Just real quick, just off the top of your
No,
head.
I needed somebody, in this case, I need somebody with public experience. That's all I really need.
Somebody who's experienced in taking companies public, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't
And
care
that
what their
would be
degree
called
is.
buying brains.
And that would need to be
Correct.
a really smart motherfucker with a lot of experience, right, Grant?
Well, he'd be smart with some area that I'm not smart in.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that
And
Why did
salary
you
is
that
say
probably,
point is
he?
and that
Why
made.
did you say
salary, and
He
that
he?
has to
salary,
buy
Did you notice he
somebody.
said
He's got
he?
to
He
hire
said
somebody
he?
that is
Right.
smarter than
But
him
there's a
in that
different zone of
arena.
genius, right?
Yeah,
If we
and
know
that.
a
How
different
about
zone of
John
Isn't
genius,
Jay?
there, with all due respect, isn't there a
you can't
difference
know
So
everything.
My
as
God,
a
so
president or a
the
head of a
point
company?
the
the
liberals in
point
this room are
Wait, can
crazy.
I?
so once again the point that Cindy was making, and I think it's a valid point. When you're rich, you can buy smarts, but when you're smarts, you can't buy rich.
So Nelson, you can
You
buy
can never,
smarts for your business. That's
For
true.
your
You
business,
can
yes.
hire the best smart people, but what you can't do is buy smarts for yourself.
and
I
you,
agree with
but
that,
you
but
don't need that.
Cheers.
You don't need that. If you're
Who
hiring
cares?
great people,
Tira,
you already
Oh,
are
Tira,
you're
smart.
talk. I'm
If
some
you're
of
talking
the,
about
hold
personally.
on, Jeremy.
I'm
hiring
Tira,
great
talking about not
people,
some of the
business. I'm
richest
saying
people,
personally.
hold on, Tira, some of the richest people never even graduated high school.
100%. Like, yo,
What
what are you
I'm
Okay?
talking
trying to,
about?
you are equating making the money with and hiring good people, which yes, you can, if you have money, you can hire good people with being personally intelligent. There are
But
differences in
you,
your
but you
life.
are, you
No,
are
you're
personally
not
But
intelligent. You
necessarily.
that's
are,
what
if you're
business,
hiring people,
No,
you
you're
need to
not
understand what their
necessarily.
qualifications
Jeremy,
are.
I don't know how much money you have. I hope you have a lot.
Tira,
You
how
know,
are you talking on
you're
this and
not
you're not an
showing.
employer? You
It's
don't hire
crazy.
anybody,
It's
Tira.
crazy.
So what I'm
Crazy.
trying to say is, and I really don't understand why you
Crazy.
can't make this distinction. You can hire people, but you can't change yourself. You can't make yourself smart.
Tira, are
That's
you an
let
not
me,
true.
employer?
let,
First of all,
Tira,
hold on, hold on.
hold on.
Let
That's
me
not
jump
true.
in.
First of all,
Tira,
that's
are
not
you an
true.
employer?
Let
Are
me
you an
tell you,
employer?
she's
Do you
not
employ
either.
people,
She's
she
not
Tira?
is,
either, by the
she is
way,
20
right.
years.
Chunky.
Tira,
Let,
No,
let me
she's
jump in.
not.
Tira,
Okay, so there it
She's
is.
not
You
Cindy,
guys,
either.
speak.
once again, you guys are
She's not
speaking
an
over each other.
employer. She's not an
Yo, 1
employee.
second,
She's not a lawyer.
Grant,
She's
Grant, 1 second. Like I said, all this speaking over people, guys, that shit ain't gonna work. Let her land, and then TC, if you want to ask her the question
Well,
afterwards, go
actually,
ahead.
Cindy was going to respond. Cindy, would you respond? Because you were going to say something
you
to me.
are
Cindy,
100% right.
Cindy, don't say it.
Everybody's brain is
Hey,
only so
hey, guys,
smart,
one
Tara.
second. Hey guys, remove people that talk. We just get rid of them. I don't care anymore. All right, because we're not going to talking over shit. This is a shit show. And you know, if I was using this episode, I would have came off mic a long time ago. But this shit is horrible. So that's where it is. So you guys have my
how do
permission to
I
do
get rid
so.
of people?
So anyway, let's go. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so we're being flubbed out, so you're canceling us tonight. It's okay.
No, I'm
But with
not
that be
canceling anyone, Cindy. I just said people not talking over you. What you talking about? So you should be allowed to speak over people? I don't know.
no, you
Okay,
said
that's what
this
I'm
is not
saying.
going to podcast. Okay, so anyways, what I'm saying to Tira is she's right. You can be the richest person in the room, doesn't make you the smartest person in the room. But again, Tara, I'm going to give this to you. You cannot buy your own brains. I never said you could. But what I am saying is that if I'm good in this section of my business, but I'm not good in this area of my business, I'm going to hire somebody that is smarter than me and that give them that position. Now, doesn't mean that smart person is smarter than me in this position. But you
But
are
I
Cindy,
will
right.
agree. I
You
will definitely
cannot,
agree with you.
I
I
can
agree
only
with you.
buy, listen, I can only be as smart as I can be, right? But a smart person knows when to step it back and hire somebody that is smarter than them in that field.
and
Tira,
that
Tira,
shows intelligence,
here's the
Cindy.
thing.
That's,
Hold on, Jeremy. Hold on. Here's the
oh
thing.
my
There's
God.
this book, Tira. There's
I'm like,
this
yo,
book
bro, I'm like
called
sitting there
Think
talking.
and Grow Rich. It's by Napoleon Hill, and he talks about the mastermind, Tira. And if you're an employer, you know about this book because most employers, successful employers, have read this book. And he talks
That book
about
is
the
a fraud, by the
mastermind.
way.
And the
I've never read the book.
mastermind is this concept that the employer or the CEO or the head of the institution is not the smartest person in the room. But what he does is he hires individuals that are subject matter experts, meaning that they're smarter than the CEO in their subject matter. You hire them on your team and it makes you dominant. This is the reason why Elon Musk is as successful as he is because he has the ability to hire people that are subject matter experts. A master of I can be a
Master of
intelligent
everything
person.
and a maven of
Thank
nothing.
you, thank you, hey, thank you. That's the point. That.
But
Thank you, Cindy. That's what I was
it's
trying
not
to
just
say. Thank
about
you.
that, though. It's
So,
not just
no,
about
no, no,
that.
no. Listen. Honestly, if you're not an employer, you're not qualified to talk on this
Oh,
topic.
I
listen,
So
have I
you
have 80
listen.
the fuck
employees.
What
I
up,
have 80
Jeremy.
employees.
You're
I
not
agree with
qualified
Cindy.
to
I'm
80
speak on this
agreeing.
topic.
employees. What are you
You don't
talking
know what
about?
the fuck you're talking about.
Stop it.
You're not an
Stop it. I
employer, so
agree
shut
I have
the
that
fuck
you
up,
80
need a
Jeremy.
employees. What
very,
are you talking about?
what I'm saying, I have
My
made a
burn rate is
distinction
1.2 million
between
dollars a month. What are you
personal,
talking about?
what I have made a distinction between personal intelligence and running a good business. If you're
Hold on.
wealthy and run a good business, you can hire smart people. You can't make yourself smart though.
Jeremy,
And
you
that's the
don't
difference
issue
I'm saying.
W-2s in January and
But
February.
Tara,
I do. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, all
Brother.
right?
Hold on. You need to pause for a second because
No, you need to pause
you're a
for a
wedding
second. You
planner.
don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't
Bro. You're a wedding planner. Okay, slow down.
No,
wait, hold
I'm
on, Jeremy.
more than a
Wait,
fucking
we,
wedding
Jeremy,
planner.
I
You
hate to
can
tell you,
Google me.
we
You
need
can
wedding
Google me,
planners,
and you'll
okay? We
see
need wedding
that
brother,
I am a
planners.
fucking
brother. I have 80 employees, dude. Okay, first of all, my burn rate is $1.2 million a month. You're not gonna sit
dude.
here
Your
and try and
burn rate is
school me,
bullshit. You don't have a fucking better credit score.
bro. Let's just pause for a second because
Listen,
in no way.
1.2 million my ass. You
All right. Outside of the personal shit,
No,
guys.
don't get
let me finish.
bullshit.
Let me finish, dude. Stop. You can't Google anything about you. You can
Dude,
Google
you
everything
can
I've
Google
ever done in
everything you
my
want
life.
about me, bro. You don't fucking.
Stop. You're not out here, but you might impress everybody on Clubhouse who don't know you. But dude, at the end of the day, you're a wedding planner. Just stop. Don't be getting up here getting buck. Tell me, well, what the fuck I do.
Hey, you're a washed up wannabe that was.
Brother, I was building
Don't you owe
companies.
him money, Jeremy?
I was
You do
building.
know you're on the same team, you two idiots, right now, right?
Nobody even
You
knows who
do
the
I'm
know
fuck
not
that.
on this dude's team. I don't
I.
even
I
know this
said
dude.
you can buy
If
business
you don't
smart,
issue
but
Wait,
not
wait,
W
wait.
two,
Real
Yeah,
quick,
see, that doesn't work.
you
Stop
don't issue.
wasting your.
real quick, guys. Let me jump in here real quick. Outside of the personal shit, yeah,
Jonathan, you're muted. Jonathan, you're muted.
there we go. There we go.
No, I see
Outside,
I'm about to take her down. I told her to stop doing that already. I'm sorry.
we're just
We don't do that on camera.
real quick, John. Let me clear
It
this shit
doesn't
up.
work
Listen,
anyways.
one second. Outside of the personal shit between TC and Jeremy, TC's a business owner. Jeremy is 1,000% a business owner with a lot of employees. Let's move past those personal
That
arguments.
shit is debatable. That shit is
Debate, bro.
It's facts. Okay,
he's a
Debatable.
let's
fucking
move past.
scammer, is
Let's
what
move
he
bro,
is.
past.
Conversation
I'll tell you
change.
what, bro, listen, it's very simple. You can literally Google my office. You'll see it's fucking, I have the whole bottom floor,
Nobody
24,000
believes
feet.
your scamming ass bullshit. You can Google my office, motherfucker.
Bro,
You
stop playing. Get out. All right, we're done with this. Move on. He's goofy.
Yo, no,
He's goofy. Hold
hold on. Let me
goofy.
give a
Stop
different
it.
different perspective. Let me
He's
give a
gay.
different perspective.
This
Let me
guy's
give a
gay.
different.
He's gay as fuck.
Let me give a different perspective. When we talk
Yo,
about the conversation of being smart,
this
I'm gonna
guy's
talk about a
funny.
personal story.
yeah, fucking Google.
When we talk about who's still talking?
He's just gay. He just wants to fight. I'm not even like,
Nah,
I
nah.
wasn't even coming
Listen,
out.
listen, listen. Let me just. I don't speak as much, but let me talk about a personal story. When we talk about brains or intelligence, just the
LSJ.
rich.
TC, calm down, bro. Let LS talk. Just relax.
Why is it? LS, sorry about that, brother. Go ahead, bro.
One second. Let LS jump in. LS, go ahead.
I'm saying when we talk about brains, and this is still hurt to the point. I mean, I mentioned a little bit to Skald the other day, but offline. But I was in the Bitcoin world, and Nelson used to call me out on that and joke about it back in Million Marathon. And I didn't invest or mine in any crypto. I was trying to build AI and other things. But if I look back, I think smart people, or if they think they're smart or whatever, can overthink shit instead of act. Because I should have mined, not even buy. I had a chance to mine crypto. And so when you look back, I answered the survey truthfully. Would I rather be rich or smart? Today I look back, I would much, much rather be rich than smart because you overanalyze shit, period. You think too much and sometimes you don't act and it creates analysis paralysis. And I'm done.
And just to add to that
And
point,
that
I
is
want to try
very
to say something
true.
for a minute. Now to Ellis's point, and to the whole thing about being wealthy, rich versus smart. Most people who are so smart, they're smart in a particular area.
They got a degree
Bingo.
in one particular
That's
area, and
right.
that's all they know. But when you look at a person who's a business owner, they are thinking outside the box. They're thinking on different ways, and a lot of times somebody who they hire will say you can't do this, and they're telling you, I don't care what you say, we're gonna do it and we're gonna get it done. And if you can't do it, I'm gonna hire somebody else to get it done. And a lot of times that person who's the person who's so smart can't see the vision. They'll never see the vision. Whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, the actual vision for that company has evolved, and now that company's winning because again, you hire people, you put them in places because they're smarter than you. I think somebody said it best one time that presidents are usually not that smart. They're C and D students, but they hire A students.
But listen, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, bro, you're not a good entrepreneur until you've been sitting in the middle of the fucking room with your fucking hands in your face, tears coming down your cheek.
Nigga, shut the
Fucking,
fuck up. Your credit score is lower than mine. Shut the
Oh, guys,
bro,
stop with the credit
bro,
score. That's
no
from
one's
3 years
impressed.
ago.
Bro, no one's impressed by
I
your
know what
credit
my credit
score.
score is.
Like, nobody, like, the fact that you think that's an impressive thing is a credit score is crazy.
Can we
Like,
stop about that?
I'll tell you
Jonathan,
No,
much.
what's impressive is the fact
Jonathan,
that you ain't paid
guys,
me my money.
stop.
I'll tell you
Stop.
what's impressive.
Stop,
It's
guys.
decimal,
You're missing,
decimal,
stop.
decimal.
Stop. You're
All the
missing,
shit you ain't got.
Cindy,
stop.
he's got to pay that bet,
Stop.
Cindy. Come
You
Get the
on.
gotta,
He's
fuck
got to
out
pay
of
that
here.
listen,
bet.
listen.
We pay.
Get the
Guys,
fuck. You guys are a
what?
bunch of
What
fucking
type
cult
of
I,
bull?
members.
How
Shut
much
up.
was
Gentlemen,
it? How
stop.
much money was it?
I
Okay.
don't owe this dude shit.
TC and
How much
Jeremy,
money was it?
stop. And TC and Jeremy, yes, you do. And
2,000.
I
TC,
don't owe him
TC won
any.
that bet.
She
You
That's
did
said,
right.
not.
yes, you do.
You
How
think
TC,
much was it?
Jonathan Bing,
you think
TC
I
let
won
showed
that
Jeremy
this?
enter
bet.
the room. Let's talk
Yo,
about
He's
How much
doing
Jonathan
it.
was
But
it,
Bing.
that's
Jeremy?
not, guys, that's not
no,
even
no,
the
hold on.
point.
If
No,
ever let me
stop,
talk,
Jeremy.
you think I'm
No,
gonna let some
stop.
fucking
Stop for one
stranger see
second.
my credit score in Clubhouse? Are you
Stop.
retarded?
There's different types of smarts, guys.
Like the
There's
guy's a
not.
wedding
Oh,
planner.
Jesus Christ. I'm out.
Hey, yo, DC, you gotta admit
The
that
guy's a
the crib is
wedding
big
planner.
though.
So
The
what?
crib is big,
All
Hey,
right,
hey,
DC.
one mic,
hey,
guys. One mic,
I know
guys.
cleaning companies that
One.
the owners make millions of dollars. So what are you talking about?
Dude,
Jeremy, this is Nelson. Jeremy, just send the guy $100 on Cash App. Let's
I'm not
go.
sending him. That guy can, yo, let me tell you right now.
2000.
Check this out. Homeboy can suck my
Oh,
dick. How about that?
stop.
Give
He's
me a
a
ring.
brute.
Oh,
All
oh,
right,
oh,
Okay,
stop it
very
oh,
now.
unintelligent.
Stop
oh,
it. You get a little carried
oh.
away. Slow
Very,
down.
very
That is
Stop
unintelligent.
giving me
hilarious.
how much
anxiety right
was
Okay,
it?
okay,
now.
all right.
I'm
Let's
letting you
pivot.
know
Now let's
that.
pivot. Let's pivot, guys. Let's pivot. Let's
So,
pivot.
so Grant, we had
Thank
an
you.
argument one
Pivot.
day.
How much was it, Jeremy?
Man, they keep hitting this mute all thing, man. This shit's crazy. Granted, it was 2000. All right,
Hold on. Nelson, can I say,
man. These people keep fucking muting the whole stage, man.
stop muting me.
Nelson, come on,
Can't be
bro.
Daphne.
Like,
I got fucking booted from
nothing
the
is
room
worse
for
when you got
using
a bunch
ice
of
on my
people be like
face.
talking about,
Again,
whatever.
let me just finish what I'm saying. There's different
Retarded.
types of smarts, Nelson. There's different types. Somebody might be an academician, a book smart, but they can't cross the street without looking both ways. Doesn't make them a better business person. Everybody brings something different to the table. So yes, you hire somebody that
But
can
Cindy,
do this better than you, and you hire somebody
Dumb
that can do
people
that better
can
than you.
No,
dumb
Cindy,
people,
But
sometimes
there's
it's a
d-
good
different types.
idea to look both
Tira,
ways if the
you
street
might
goes
be
both ways.
Tira. You
dumb
might
people
be.
cannot hire good
Jeremy,
employees.
stop,
It doesn't work
stop,
like
Tira.
that.
You
You
are
have to have
definitely
some type of level of intellect to understand the type of people you're hiring. You
okay.
can't
One
be a
second,
dumb.
Jeremy. One second. Let Cindy finish. Let Cindy finish.
Tara is a very, very, very intelligent woman, for sure. But
For sure.
if I brought Tara into my world, she would not be smart because she would try to do things on a level of her intelligence that would never work in my type of company. So
That's a
again,
fact, Cindy.
everybody has a different smarts. It
Right. It's
doesn't
to each
mean,
his own. But
unfortunately, to be highly intelligent as Tara is, she's never been really on the streets understanding how to deal with people in business and how to deal with hundreds of different personalities all day long. Does not make her
is
not
that
smart.
Cindy?
There's
Being a good
different
entrepreneur
smarts.
is juggling 10,000 people's fucking personalities and their goddamn problems and their like everything. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You cannot be a fucking idiot and hire good employees, right? It doesn't work like that. You have to have some type of level of intellect, leadership to be able to put together a team that can make money consistently. Okay? Dumb people can't do that. Show me dumb people that can hire a bunch of fucking brilliant ass people, put them together, oversee them, project management, fucking do all these things day to day. You can't do that. Now, I granted, like everybody is good at different things. Like I probably couldn't do a fucking grant done, or I definitely couldn't do what you do because I don't have architect in my blood, right? But what I'm saying is like you cannot be a dumb motherfucker and build a team that make money because stupid people, they're just stupid. They sit on
Well, first of
shit
all,
like this all
I really
day.
don't have architect in my brain,
But you know what I
but
mean,
what I
Cindy.
have
It's
to
it's in your
do
blood. It's in your
is,
blood.
okay, but
It's what you
again,
do. It's
we,
talent. You
again,
can't buy talent, is what you mean. You
no,
can't buy talent.
no. The artist is the artist. You can go into school and learn how to paint. The singer's a singer. You can go take singing lessons. You're never going to be a great
No,
singer.
exactly. That's
All
what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying is there is different types of intelligence,
Yeah,
and
but Cindy, being
everybody
a
is
good
smart.
Cindy, being a
There,
good
people
entrepreneur,
are smart in their own way.
Cindy,
You
being a
just
good
have to figure
entrepreneur
out.
is like being a beautiful artist. Okay, you have to. There are a lot of things that have to happen with being a successful business. You have to. It's like painting a beautiful fucking canvas. You don't have to just get things right. You have to maneuver. You have to get them wrong. You have to fix them. Like everybody knows. Anybody who starts a business, their fucking business plan is all off to the right, making money, right? But every good entrepreneur knows that never works. It's always the fucking thing that you didn't see, and then you double down on it, makes money. But you have to be smart to do those things. You can't be
Jeremy,
a fucking retard.
most businesses fail. Let's get that straight.
Correct.
Most people will fail in business. And they could be absolutely great at what they do and they still fail in business. Period. It's just what it is. More
Well,
businesses fail than make
but
it.
Cindy, that's not a factor of their intelligence, right?
No,
There's a
That's
lot of
exactly right.
factors that have to
yes,
do
yeah,
with that.
TC, it kind of is.
It
Because,
has to do
How?
with
okay,
capital. It
let me
has to do
explain.
with the
No,
ability to
TC,
get
That's
capital.
not true.
There's
TC,
a
listen to
lot
me.
of
Capital in my
reasons
business.
why people fail in business,
TC,
Did you
Cindy.
listen to
get
me.
capital in your business, TC, to
You,
get
Of
started?
course,
hold
I
on,
got capital in
TC.
my business. I wouldn't be where
I
I am
didn't.
today without capital. Like
Let's
people
go.
need
I
capital to
didn't.
get successful to be
I didn't.
successful in their business.
GC, there are a lot of people that are
I
very
didn't.
smart at what they do, right? Like let's take a builder that's a phenomenal builder, but he doesn't know how to run a business. So what happens? He always goes down, and he's got to go back and come up. Why is he a great builder, but he can't hold a business?
There's a lot. Cindy. There's a
Because
lot to Cindy. Cindy.
he's not a
Cindy,
businessman,
Cindy, there's a
TC.
lot to that. There's a
Discipline.
lot to that. There's a
Discipline.
lot.
That is why.
Cindy,
So
no,
you got to
Cindy, there's
be
a
a
lot to
business
that.
person. No, it's pretty simple. It's a
Cindy,
pretty simple
building a
math
good
equation.
business is not just about, it's like a little bit of luck. It's a lot of skill. It's a lot of grit. It's a lot of determination. It's a lot of things. It's not just about,
No, fuck that. It's
So
about
let me say
connecting.
something.
All right, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Let's go ahead and move this conversation along. Right. Let's go back to Canada. Okay.
Why?
That is our 51st state, without a doubt. Dude, I don't even know where the fuck to pivot this shit to, bro. It's such a shit show.
Yeah. I told you. I told you. That's what people want to turn into every night, a shit show.
God damn.
It's kind of
Nelson, if
fun.
we're going to do Canada,
Honestly.
like, do you think that we can make Canada a state without giving them
Well, here it is.
representation? Without representation?
Man,
Tira,
can't as for
Tira,
Tara. Here's
Tira.
what I think. One
This
second, she asked me a
evening,
question. Hey,
Doug Ford had a
god
meeting, had a
damn,
call
what
with
the
Mr.
fuck? She asked me a question. Let me answer the question.
you got Miss Cleo on.
Listen, 1 second. God
Oh, but
damn.
nah, darling.
All right, Jonathan. Here's the number one thing. Less co-host. Very important. That way, the mute all is effective because this shit it's crazy. Okay. Now, on the Canada thing, I mean, listen, it's very simple. I think what we saw today, and I brought it up earlier, the Ontario Premier walking back his tough talk as a result of Trump slapping them with 50% tariffs on steel, aluminum, et cetera, et cetera. Eh, that essentially summarizes this whole situation, right? Canada can't go to a toe-to-toe tariff battle with the United
No
States.
shot. Come on, Canada.
No shot and
But
no
that doesn't
no
answer my
shot
I want to
question.
answer.
till
I want to
kingdom
answer
come.
Oh my God,
You
because
Canada's
of
got
understand?
the.
zero shot.
That's not
No
how it went.
shot.
That's not how it went.
What?
Doug Ford was gonna slap on that was gonna put you guys in darkness. He got a call from Lutnick, and they decided to have a meeting at the White House on Thursday, right? And in his call this afternoon, they had a conversation, right? And he wants to know, they want to have they had a conversation about the tariffs they're going to meet. If Doug Ford did not do that, they would not have called him into the White House on Thursday for a conversation. And in the conversation this afternoon, Lutnick asked him about changes to the U.S.-Canada border with that negotiation. Fork says that it is not going to happen. Call the issue a non-starter. So when you guys are keep talking about tariffs and this and that, I keep saying in these rooms, it's not about tariffs. It's wanting Canada to be the 51st state. Trump said it again today, and the secretary said it again today. Now, when it comes to the tariffs, there was that NAFTA that was torn up, and then have the USMCA. Under the USMCA, yes, there are different baskets of goods that are exempted, and after a certain amount of goods, if it goes over, then the 100 and 200% of tariffs go into those goods on both sides. Canada has the same tariffs on the US. The US has the same tariffs on Canada. So you guys don't know what you're talking about. You're just listening to Donald Trump and you're not digging deeper. There
It's
is
okay. We'll see what
information
happens when
out.
we start
There
waving the
is
flag.
information out there, but you're not
Yes, sir.
taking the information on EDC website that shows the Canada, the USMCA deal, wherein
Do you
after a
think we'll keep
certain
the name
amount,
Canada?
if you buy more than a certain amount, yes, those taxes go on, and it is on both sides. So it's now, so when I hear Grant Cardone came in here and said that we were charging 200%. It's not true. It's under the USMCA. That is the deal, and it is on both sides. So
Do
you
you think?
guys can use this as, and you don't talk over me and wait until I'm done. But you can use the tariff as a thing. All they want to do is annex
All they
Canada,
want to do.
and Trump is asking for a renegotiation of the treaties on the demarcation of Canada and the US. So you guys can sit down and talk all kind of bullshit, but Canada is not for sale. I'm gonna land there.
Yeah, I can't wait till we change the name to like Lake America or some shit. It's gonna be
You
awesome.
can do
So
any
let me
bullshit
just
you wanna
point
do.
out that if Canada were to become a state, it would have 52 representatives in the House of Representatives, and I'm guaranteeing you that most of them would be Democratic. And that would flip the House
Well,
to a
hooray for you
Democratic House.
guys.
So he can't make it a state because he would have to include the representation if it's a
Your
state. So
guarantee
all of
means
this is
nothing,
nonsense.
Tira. It would not be Democratic. It would be
Bobby, shut up and
40%
let her finish.
Republican, which would be enough for the Republicans to maintain
No,
the
it would
House.
not. Are you kidding? If he would force this, Canada would not want this. He would actually probably have to take it by
What are we
force, in
gonna
which
name it? You think
case,
we're gonna keep the name Canada? Probably not, right?
this is not going to happen. Now, Trump,
I think we'll
unless
call
he
it something
invades,
like
are you up for that? You want that?
Invade Canada. I think that would be kind of funny, right? Like blame Canada. They're not
No,
even a
I'm
real
really
country,
serious. You really think
anyways.
that's a good strategy to invade our one of our biggest allies? What do you think?
Biggest allies. Oh my God. Oh, yes, Canada, our biggest ally. We need them. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, we won't be creating any bots
And
over here though.
and
Or
and,
maybe we should become United States so you can make me 2 million bots and I can get me 2 million bots
I, cou-
You
over
I
here.
got,
couldn't hear what
wait,
you said.
Tira, I would like
Couldn't
to hear
understand you,
you
Miss Cleo.
describe for me how Canada is not already America's
Couldn't
51st
understand you,
state.
Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo.
Explain to me what Canada brings to the table that
Canada
makes
right now
Canada not
has
the
a
51st
trade,
state.
basically, the United States has a trade deficit with Canada of about $41 billion, which is
Tara, do
what
you now
Trump
have a
seems to be,
husband?
so incredibly upset about. It's a pimple, it's a minor thing, and Trump is acting like it's beggaring our country.
Tira,
This
I
is
can't remember.
nonsense.
Are you Canadian or are you American? How is this somehow you're caping for Canadians all of a sudden? You would
Because
want
Trump is
Trump
being an
to impose
asshole. Why would any
50%.
normal
You
person
would,
think threatening to
because
change the
You
borders, which
just
have
said it,
11
Tira.
treaties behind it? Why would any normal person think this is right? Let me
Tira,
ask
you
you,
just
how
Terrorism.
many
said
We
it.
need
We have a
allies for
trade
World War
deficit with
III. Come
Canada. You
on.
literally just said it, and now you're caping for Canada when Trump said
why
he's going to
would
put
any
50%
normal
tariffs on iron.
American, so all I can assume is that you are not a normal American, think that basically the idea of invading our
No,
ally who
how are we
supported us
invading
in
Canada?
9/11, who has supported us in everything, why would you think this is good? They're a sovereign country, okay?
Tira, who
You can
suggested we're
negotiate with them and
invading
do things like that,
Canada?
but this concept, no, I'm not going to let you make it seem like I'm caping for Canada. What I'm
You are
talking about
caping for
is a
Canada.
normal
I'm sorry.
person's
I
reaction.
just want to, Tara, do you have a husband who tells you to go to bed at night? Like, I'm just
Don't
One
wondering.
answer
second.
that
Yeah,
question,
Jeremy,
Tira.
Would
Jeremy,
you
non
shut up,
personal, non
All
personal,
right.
Jeremy?
non personal.
Here, I'm going to
Tira,
cite you
I'm
an
asking you a
example.
legit
Oh,
question. I want to know
TC,
the
stop.
answer to my question if I could.
Here's the
Nobody
question.
suggested that we're invading Canada. That's bullshit. That's cackamania, okay?
Can we go
Nobody
back
said
to
we're
Nelson,
invading
Jonathan?
Canada.
It's
Uh,
Yeah,
cockamamie,
yeah, yeah,
first off.
guys.
And
Let me
second
get one
off,
mic.
Trump
Let me get one
created
mic,
it.
please. Let me get one
Okay,
mic,
so
please.
here
Please
we
go
were
ahead.
just talking about very smart people, right? And I had to leave it and make a phone call back. Here's two very smart, highly intelligent people, both doctors. I smell gas coming from my stovetop. Okay. Did you turn your stove off? Yes, and we still smell the gas. Did you shut the valve off? Oh, there's a valve? Yes, there's a valve. Where's the valve, Cindy? I'm going to explain to you. Get me on FaceTime.
What is going on? So she doesn't have a husband.
I think she's trying to take us back to the intelligent and founders conversation, which, I mean, I thought we already moved on to
So she
Canada.
And
doesn't have a
A
husband?
day in the
we can
life of.
certainly have the founder
No.
Wait,
conversation.
wait, wait,
And one
wait.
happens to be a chief. Do you
We
get
lo-
my
we
point?
we lost you there for a few seconds, but I did get what you're saying. I mean, absolutely.
Okay, so as smart as they are, and he's a chief in one of the hospitals that Brigham's, did not know that he's got a valve behind his stove and oven, and you just shut the valve off, right? Like, these are very smart people, but doesn't make them smart when it comes to things of that nature.
Nelson, can you ask your cronies to stop kicking me down?
I just
No,
want to
but
make a point
Jeremy,
on
I don't
smart
know.
people. That's
Well,
it.
I
Just,
understand, but we were talking about Canada.
That's a
I know,
good
but I had to
point.
come back. I
That's a
left that
good point.
conversation to go.
Okay.
So no
Before my
husband?
client's house
But
blew
but
up,
but,
I had to answer the phone call, right? They'd only be calling me if there's an emergency. My point is,
but
Tara, if you smell gas, I know what you would do. You'd probably call the fire department, right? Or the
And
gas company?
and that's how you're
Well,
advocating to get rid of Canada?
No, I went back to a conversation because I just want to prove to you that no matter how smart you are, you're not smart in that arena. Now you can go back to Canada.
all right,
first I
all
would
right.
check on
So
whether I'd
let
accidentally
me do
turned
this.
on the gas, because that
So
sometimes
Let,
no
happens.
husband.
one second,
Jeremy,
Jeremy,
just shut
Jeremy,
up.
Jeremy. Let's stop the personal stuff. Let's stop the personal stuff. Come on. Let's get some brain power in this conversation. I need Miki to jump in real quick, and hopefully she's gonna be non-biased. Let me scan through the stage real quick. Is she here?
So Cindy, Nelson has
Okay,
just
she's not
suggested
here.
you and I are not smart because he
No,
wants to
no,
be
no.
mean.
I have a
Oh, thank you,
specific
Nelson. We
question.
both appreciate
No,
that.
no, no. I have a specific question around economics. That's
Yeah,
what I
but
wanted to talk
Nelson,
to.
Nelson, here's the thing, right? Because Tara brought this up.
So really no
Trump
husband?
escalates to de-escalate. What he did with Ontario is a prime example.
TC, just give me 1 second. She just jumped back in the room. Just 1 second. Miki.
Yeah, Nelson, that was not cool. I don't like the dumb shit. Some people like to call slaves stupid. That shit is not
Tell
cute
him,
to
Mickey.
me.
It's usually the person
Y'all,
that jumps
y'all
in right
showing,
after me.
asking
real,
people what
TC,
their
I think.
asking people what their AUM is, as if we're asking them to see their financials in their tax audit, showing pictures of cars. Y'all are giving nouveau riche. That's what the fuck y'all are doing. This
man,
is
listen,
tacky, and I'm insulted.
but
Well,
listen.
okay.
This for me was much better
Oh
You're
shit.
content.
giving stimulus vibes.
Oh my gosh, can you guys let me ask her my question? Jonathan, please, let's co-host, man, please. Miki, so I need an unbiased answer, okay? None of the political bullshit. The tariffs on Canada. Can Canada survive a tariff war with the United States? Point blank, period. Give it to me. Give it to me how you see it from a numbers perspective. Let's talk about it.
Yes, because the deals they had in place with the United States were probably largely favorable to both countries because we're in such proximity to each other. Not only are we allies, but we're close, right? Like the power grids, what Canada provides to us. There is probably a larger um, need or desire for Canada's products. And they probably give us the majority because we've been besties and we've been friends. So absolutely. Just like in the case of what happened in 2017 with soy with China, China is a huge trading partner, but when we try to play chicken with China, much like we're trying to play chicken with Canada, China went elsewhere. So would it be rough for them? But it would be rough for us as well. So they actually have less debt than we do. Everyone forgets not only do we have a deficit with our annual budget, but we also have a huge federal debt, which is exacerbated by the fact that the interest rates are still high for all those people that borrowed money and also all the people that got the treasury bonds and are getting income. So this is not going to help inflation on the American side, which means that money will continue to be expensive to use because inflation won't go down, because things will get more expensive, but more dollars won't be generated because people are also being laid off. So I think that this will work to Canada's advantage. But absolutely, at this point, it being 2025, when you can literally set up trading partners online and do all kinds of things, it's not like it was 30 or 40 years ago. They're going to have more options. So
So
no, I
did
think that
she
this is
just
right there.
compare? Did she just compare America's debt to Canada's debt? Need I
100% she
remind you
did.
that
Yeah,
the
I did.
America's
Yo,
GDP is $29 trillion. Canada's GDP is $2 trillion. This is why we don't turn to liberals for our financial advice,
You were just
because
a
they don't
liberal
know what
5
the
days
fuck
ago.
they're talking
What are you
about.
talking about? You were just
America
a liberal
has
5 days ago. You
seven
voted for
times the
Obama. Stop being
GDP
performative, TC.
of Canada. So why the fuck are we comparing US's debt to Canada's debt? That shit doesn't even make any sense.
So first of all, I'm happy to explain that you also seem to be fascinated with multiple zeros, but everything has to balance out. So therefore, if you're bringing in trillions of dollars, but you're spending in more trillions of dollars and you are in debt, I would actually be more comfortable, speaking from a business perspective, of course, of actually going with the company that balances their books, right? And has better financials. The United States is great and impressive and powerful, but we spend a hell of a lot of money. The tax cuts that the Republicans are actually submitting right now, which have already passed the House, have already been noted that are going to increase the federal deficit by trillions of dollars as well. Donald Trump has touted
4.2 trillion.
that. Thank you, Luis, always with the numbers. The federal removing the IRS without anything in place is also going to remove billions of dollars from revenue within the federal government. So yes, if you're looking at a situation where social services are going to be removed, we already know that homelessness increased under the Biden administration because Nelson asked me not to be biased, right? Because things got more expensive. Housing is expensive despite the prices coming down. We also have low inventory. We also have labor shortages. We're also removing all of the immigrants. We also have the boomers retiring. We also have 401ks going down because the market is down. So yes, if we look at the data, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse for us than it is going to be for them because
So let
we're,
me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What is their currency? What is Canadians' currency?
that has nothing to do with the
Oh,
question that was
oh,
asked.
oh!
I'm
What
gonna
is
guess that
Canadians' currency? Answer my question, Mickey.
It's
Mr.
Mickey.
Mr.
What
Stop.
is
Puppy with a
Canada's
J, I
currency?
think, because he's talking.
What
Dollar.
is Canada's
Dollar.
currency?
He
Canadian
just
dollar.
Canadian
Googled that it's
dollar.
called the
Canadian
Liberty. He's trying to
dollars.
get you to
Come
say
on,
it.
Is
he
the
He
knows
just he just
that.
Googled it and then
US
he wants you to say it.
dollar. So that means that you cannot separate, you cannot dissect Canada's economy from US's currency.
That's
That's
bullshit.
point blank, period.
They don't
But
have.
Here's
That's
currency
not the
has
U.S.
another,
dollar.
nothing.
here's another topic
That's
for you.
I
bullshit.
Here's
bet
another,
Currency has
this is
nothing
the
to
well,
do
reason
with
why
the
you
well,
guys
economy.
let's
don't trust
yo,
liberals with your
One mic,
financial
guys.
advice.
One
yeah.
second. All right, guys. One second. The Canada have their own currency.
Yeah,
I don't wait.
Canadian
One second.
dollar. What's he
One
talking
second. Exactly. I want to give him an opportunity to fix that real fast because maybe he's trying to. He has something. He's going with it. But yeah, TC. I want to go ahead. What do you need? Does
Canada's
it?
official currency, anybody can Google this, is the US dollar. They trade in the US dollar. As a matter of fact,
No,
the
it isn't. You fucking
Everyone
idiot.
trades in the
Stop
US
talking.
dollar.
Just
the
stop.
Canadian
Stop.
dollar,
Stop talking. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
good
Too busy spitting
lord.
on his
This is
mic.
bad. This is bad. You don't know what you're talking about.
Very
Canada has
bad.
its own currency. Just stop.
The
Like, jeez, you're making yourself look bad, dude.
the
Seriously.
He
Canadian
said he
trades,
traded.
first off, hold on. Canadian trades in the US dollar. It is their currency of choice when they're engaging in international trade. It is not the Canadian
No,
dollars.
one second. You should, TC, let's stop.
Okay.
One mic, guys. TC, you said their official currency. The information you put
I
on the
said
stage.
their official
Thank you.
trade currency.
No,
I said
you said their official currency. This is
I
recorded, TC.
said their
Don't do that. Don't
official trade
just say you made a
currency.
mistake.
Can we put money on this? Can
Just
we
say you
put
made a
money on
mistake.
this?
Just say you made a
I
mistake and let's move
said
on.
their official trade currency is the
No, you did
U.S.
not. You
dollar.
said
They
their
do
official
not
Let's put
trade
currency.
ten
in the
dollars. Let's
Canadian
put ten
dollar.
You
thousand
didn't
on
say
this.
something,
trade.
Luis. He's
10,000
a
what?
Let's put
he's a
ten
what?
thousand on this.
He's
10,000
a
loonies or dollars?
he's a
No, let's
wedding
put it on
planner, not an
dollars.
economics major, guys.
I
Come
heard
on.
trade.
Canadian or
So,
American?
so a lot of
You said
countries
Canada's.
actually.
You said Canada's official currency is the U.S.
Their
dollar, and
trade
it can't be.
currency. I know
No,
what
no,
I
no.
said. I
Don't
said their
remix.
trade
Fucking with the
currency.
And you said
remix.
it
Let's
can't
put
be
10,000
separated.
on it.
You said it can't be separated. That's what you
You
said.
don't have 10,000.
I
Okay.
Stop it.
said that their official
Watch
trade
your fucking
currency,
mouth.
Okay.
their
So here's the
official
deal. One
trade
second, guys.
currency is the U.S. dollar. They do not
You
trade
say
in the
that, you're
Canadian
lying.
dollar.
So may
All
I
right.
make
All right. So anyway, guys, here's the deal, guys. We're gonna be ending that CH pretty soon. Just want to let you guys know that. We're gonna be ending that pretty soon. I may reopen it, may not. But Leslie can give you guys some invites to get over here to continue this conversation. If you guys want to continue. Also, guys, I want to apologize for everything that happened on camera. Don't condone people. I don't know, massaging or
Icing their
icing their
face when they
face on
don't feel
camera.
well,
That's not
John.
something to do. So I want to
I
When they don't
know,
apologize.
feel
but I
well.
just want Daphne to know it really doesn't work. It's like a
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
Wait,
but
feel
who?
well, you
yeah,
Wait,
guys. I
wait.
needed some
it's
ice
another
on
Who
my
did
gimmick
that?
that we
face,
buy.
but
It's another
and I
gimmick.
take it
I know,
personally, Jonathan.
but
I
you don't
really
do that on
do.
stage. You don't do that on camera.
I think it's
It's
kind of sick.
Why?
disrespectful to the
Maybe the
show.
face was swollen.
Not
I
whatever. It's
think Jonathan has
disrespectful
some
to the show and the
problems.
audience. So I just want to put that
Wait,
out
wait,
there.
what are you talking about
Let's
happening
move
right
on.
Because
Let's
now?
move on. I don't want to
because
get
I
the show.
don't
I just
feel
want
well,
to
and
make
I
sure
was
people know this is the
icing my
audience. Okay.
face.
So anyway, guys. With
You
that being
what? I
said,
can't come back in the room now either because I was
one
icing my
second.
face. How do
Please,
you know?
I
Let the
don't
whole
want
world
to
know,
kick anyone
John.
out of the CH room. But like I said, with that being
Cool.
said, let's keep it going.
What is happening right now?
No, nothing happened. Nothing happened. I just wanted to do a quick reset, and I wanted to apologize
Yeah,
to
but
the
you
room
want to
because I did get some.
apologize because I was
I seen
icing
back
my
channels
face
and
because I
whatever
didn't feel well,
about
and
it.
you
So
kicked
what
me
I wanted to do
out
is I
of
just
my
wanted to
own
deal with that
room.
real quick. That's what I wanted to do. That should not
It
be a
should not have
problem.
happened.
So
Absolutely, that's why we're talking about it out
yeah, it shouldn't
loud.
have happened, guys. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. So I apologize for you guys once again.
Wait, Norman did something on camera?
No, Daft. Look at we all get suckered into buying these things that we think are gonna work. It's like we all buy these stupid things, right? So Daphne's got a roller that's supposed to like it's you get a cold
Why
whenever
are we
you're
making a
rolling.
big deal of it? I don't want
I'm
to make.
just saying, like, look at
Yeah.
if we stop buying all these little gimmicky things that we see, like your crepey skin's gonna go away and you're gonna not
Yeah,
get
but she
like
was rolling her
stop
face.
buying all
Big
this
deal.
shit that you see on
Who
Instagram. Like
cares?
just stop buying
Yeah,
it,
but so
okay?
she was using like an
That's
ice
all.
roller.
Bro, don't speak on that, Jeremy. You're out of line right
It's
now,
an
bro.
ice
Respect
roller,
that. I
right?
don't. No, yeah, but we don't do that on camera, bro.
Shit
Well,
show.
it's a
But
One second.
Daphne, I bought
One
one
second.
too.
So yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. And you guys.
so may
Yeah. So why Cindy? That's why I didn't want
what?
Cindy to speak on it. I didn't want Cindy to speak on it. But let's go. Let's
Yeah,
keep it moving,
you
guys.
turned it. I turned it
Let's.
real quick, dog.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Bro.
so
that
Hold on, Jeremy.
segues
Jeremy, don't you?
into a
Hold on.
great
One second.
conversation.
Mute out. Look, don't you ever fucking say that to me again, Jeremy. All right? I respect you. Don't you ever fucking come in and disrespect me and call me that. All right? I don't know who the fuck you think you are. All right? I give you all the fucking respect. Don't ever fucking come in and do no bullshit like that. That's your one and only warning, man. That's your one and only warning. Don't ever fucking do that. That shit was disrespectful as fuck.
Well, I couldn't tell if you were cussing me
Yeah,
out because
No, bro. No. Don't do that.
do
We joke around, we
what?
play around, but we don't do shit like that. Period.
Call you White Turner?
Uh,
Is that what you're talking about?
bro, don't do that. Like I said, don't do it
Jonathan, kick
again.
his
That's
dusty ass out the room, Jonathan. Kick
Jonathan.
his
What are you
ass
being
out the
serious?
room.
I'm not trying to kick him out of the
Hold
room
on. Are
because
you being seriously mad right
I'm gonna
now?
chalk it up to humor. I'm gonna chalk it up to humor. I'm gonna
It
chalk
is
it up to
humor.
humor.
Like, hold on. No,
Right,
wait,
but
right
let's
now.
move on. We're gonna move on. I don't want to
Jonathan,
talk about it.
kick his dusty ass out the room. His ass need to go.
No,
so
I'm not gonna
I
do that.
I
I'm not
seem to
gonna do
be
that.
the only one
Whoopsie.
that has
Yo.
my ADHD medication, so I'm actually able to follow through with a conversation. So to point out what TC said, you did say what is the official currency of Canada, and I knew it was foolishness. I did not respond.
I
There
said
are a lot of
trade
countries.
currency.
May I
Trade
finish, please?
currency.
My God, do I need to cash out pharmacies because this is an American problem, Jonathan? May I suggest that you do a room on the not ability for grown ass people to shut the fuck up when other people are talking. You people need to learn some manners, home training. But you're nouveau riche, so I'm not at all surprised that you lack manners that the genteel old folks instilled in us. But let me continue. Thank you so much. Like I said, just like petrodollars, which are U.S. dollars that countries utilize to trade American oil or to trade oil, there are many, many countries that utilize U.S. dollars for trade versus the actual currency within their home countries. And Skald can correct me or co-sign what I am saying. So TC, as usual, is fabulously and grandiosely wrong and
Yeah, you don't know
incorrect.
what you're talking
The
about.
Is there any
representation
Wait,
Canada's
of
wait,
support?
wait,
official
wait,
trade
society.
wait, wait. I
currency
want to
is
jump
the
in. I want
U.S.
to jump in real
dollar.
quickly.
As what I
Okay, well let
said,
me
Oh, go
let
ahead,
me go
we're
Scott.
ahead and
not going to
explain.
hold on. Everybody just hold on for a second. This is between me and Mickey. All right. We were talking about Canada being the 51st state. And I made the argument that what makes Canada anything less than America's 51st state? And you tried to bring up the difference in the debt between Canada and America. When Canada's economy annual GDP is $2 trillion. America's annual GDP is $30 trillion. So you talked about the trade deficit, Mickey. Let's just be honest. And what did I say? What is the official trade currency of
Use the
Canada?
word
And it's the,
trade. You didn't say that.
excuse
Yeah,
me,
you
Tira.
didn't say
Tira, this is
trade at
between
first. You
me and
didn't
Mickey.
say
cherry
trade.
Hold
picking.
on. Now
You
all
didn't
of a
say
sudden
Nobody
you guys
knows.
trade. We
want to
all
come
heard
to
it.
her aid. Hold on. Now
Oh,
all of
you're
a sudden
always
all the
lying. You're
Democrats
always
want to
lying,
come to her
TC. You're
aid.
lying.
Snarky, I'm going to say one thing.
He
If you
didn't
did
say
say trade, it wasn't emphasized.
It was, yes,
No,
we were
listen,
talking about
listen. Ma'am,
trade.
ma'am,
Hold
no.
on,
listen.
hold
We can
on.
go
We were
back.
talking about
Boss,
trade.
Didn't
Hold on, LSJ.
boss. We can go
Hold
back.
on.
Let me,
We were
let's do it.
talking about trade. She said there's a trade deficit that America has with Canada. And I
But
asked
let me,
her,
I wanted to
what is
pivot
the
for a bigger
official
point, though.
trade? Hold on,
Wait, I
LSJ.
didn't say
I
trade
said,
deficit. I said
you,
their deficit is less than ours. You keep
you,
throwing words in
you
there.
said we had a
First you said
trade
I said
deficit
trade
with
Bro,
deficit.
Canada.
TC, you're dying
What
on
is
the
going
hill, bro.
on?
Yo,
she did not.
TC, 1 second, bro. TC, 1 second. I've been dying to get back off the mute. Listen, just move on from it, bro, because listen, you can, at this point, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Listen.
No, Marty,
You,
I'm not
bro,
interested in
listen,
what you
TC,
keeping
you
real,
said
bro.
it, bro. Move on. TC, bro, look, I was listening the whole time. I couldn't get off the mute. You 100% said it. You're
No,
arguing with everybody. And just
Marty,
say you
no.
didn't
He's a
Fuck
mean to
that,
wedding
say
bro.
that
No,
singer,
I'm
and you
not
not.
an
can move
economic
on.
major.
But listen, bro, listen, there's a lot of
No,
listeners
Marty,
in
I'm
the
not
room.
listening, bro.
Maybe,
We
bro,
had a
listen, at the end
debate.
of the
This
day, if that's not what you meant, that's not what you meant. But you
I
said it
said
and it's
trade
okay. You's a
deficit.
grown
I
ass
said
man. Let's move on.
the
But don't die
Canada's
on this
trade
hill right now. It's
currency is
irrelevant.
the
TC,
U.S.
It's
TC,
dollar.
it's
irrelevant.
okay. It's
Bro,
okay,
it's
bro.
irrelevant to die on
On
this
No,
to
it's
the
hill, bro.
not.
It's a
next.
We're,
great
On to
we're
the
not
conversation.
next.
talking
On
about
Hold
to
on,
this.
the
guys,
It's
next.
guys,
We
okay.
guys.
gotta
Play,
One
erase
second.
history. This is
play his fuck up.
There we go. There we
Yo, one
go.
second. Okay. Damn,
All right,
muted.
Marty, go ahead. Go ahead. Take over. Go
Nah,
ahead.
yeah, bro. Listen, let's keep the conversation going, right? CC, let's have the conversation, but bro, don't die on this same hill. You said it, bro. You didn't mean to say it. It's okay, cool.
what
But
the fuck did I
don't
say?
sit,
Tell me what I says,
bro.
Marty.
You did not emphasize on trade. You did not say trade deficit. I mean, you did not say trade
Yes, he
when you were
did.
talking about the money, bro. You didn't,
I
bro.
heard.
When you originally said it, you didn't, and it's okay.
I heard
So
him
let's
I,
just
say it
I,
move
I heard
on,
him
originally.
bro.
say it. I heard him say it.
Everybody heard me say trade
Oh no, not
currency.
everybody.
No, we
No,
did.
I heard him
actually,
I
say
no,
it.
he
did.
did
Bro,
not.
okay,
Okay, listen. I
look,
wanted
Everybody
to
TC,
who
get to
wasn't
something
no,
talking
else.
at the same time.
guys, one second. Okay, TC, you said it, you didn't say it. Boom, move on. Let's get on from there,
This
bro.
is
You're
my
sitting.
point. This is my
Thank
point,
you,
Marty. Let me
thank you.
make my point and I'm done. Let me make my point and y'all can give it to the liberals to run the room the way the liberals want
There
to run
you
the room.
go. There you
So
go.
so this is my point. Mickey was the one to bring up the trade deficit with Canada. And what I said was the trade
I
currency,
did
the
not say
Canada,
trade deficit.
you
I said
did say
overall
trade
deficit.
deficit.
No, I did
You
not.
said trade deficit. We heard what you said. And I said, what is the number one official trade currency of Canada? It is the US dollar. You cannot compare the United States debt with Canada's debt. You cannot compare any deficit. I don't care whether it's a trade deficit, whatever deficit you want to use. I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. There's only one deficit that matters between Canada and America, and it's our trade deficit. So I don't know what deficit you're talking about, but I'll leave that for you to Google or chat GPT.
So first of all, I am
America has a
tired.
deficit
May
with
I finish
Canada.
since you
No question
interrupted
about
me?
it. We can't ship. Hold on. We cannot ship our eggs. Anybody can Google this shit.
Bro,
We cannot ship our eggs
Bro,
to
first of
Canada.
all, can you back up
We
off the
can
mic?
we
God
cannot
damn.
ship our eggs to Canada. Canada does not allow America to ship their eggs to Canada. That is a fact.
No, it
And you
doesn't
have to ask
actually.
yourself why.
All right,
This
boom,
Bro,
bro.
for the
All
all
right,
right,
all
all
right.
fact
one
that
second,
we're
one second, one second,
engaging
Shauna, one second.
in
We're
a
gonna let Mickey
trade
respond,
war
bro. Hold
with
on, okay,
Canada.
bro, TC, you landed your plane, bro. You gotta
No, I
let her
did not
respond.
land my plane,
Bro, but I'm saying you
Nikki.
gotta at least let her respond to a few of your points before you make too many, bro. Let her respond and then you can
No,
keep
I did
going.
not land my plane. Let
Bro,
me land my
TC,
plane.
what,
Now,
hold on, TC, bro, we're gonna land it for right now. Mickey, let me
no,
go
bro,
ahead,
this
jump
is
in.
not. No, this is
TC,
not
bro,
a
it's
fuck.
so, bro, this is debate the news, bro. This isn't spill. This isn't run off out the mouth, bro. This
Marty,
is
what the
debate.
fuck are
We
you doing?
debating.
You're
Come on,
tapping for the
TC,
liberal.
relax, bro. Come on, bro. I don't want to have to mute you, bro. That's it. Come on. I'm not trying to mute you. Let her respond, and then you can go back and forth. We debating in here.
I have more
You not
respect
trying to
for
debate,
Jonathan's
bro.
room,
TC,
so
relax,
I'll
bro.
go on.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mickey.
I'm gonna
Respond,
be
please,
honest. I did
bro.
not land.
TC, relax, bro. Come on, man. Do I gotta move you to the audience before you can respond? We're not
Bro,
trying to
you
do
can do
that. Just
whatever the fuck you
chill.
gotta do, bro.
You see, bro, you getting in your feelings now. Please respect
When
the
is he
space.
ever
There's a
out
lot
of
of
his
people in
feelings?
here.
This
There's a
some
lot of
gas.
people in here trying to have the
It's kind of yo.
conversation,
I'm gonna be
bro.
honest with you, dog. That's some
Bro,
gas. That's some gas. That's
yo,
gaslighting
yo.
shit,
I didn't
dog.
ask you, bro, but we didn't,
You
bro. We're trying to
gaslighting the
move
shit out of
on. We're trying to move on. So that's grown ass men. Miki, please respond.
No, I'm happy to respond. But like I said, I think we need to have a conversation about the education system in the United States because I can just imagine how some of you were in class. So the point that I was trying to make, I referred to
you.
the
Yo, that chick is
deficit.
trash, bro.
Oh, bro.
You're trash. Mute
Liz
up.
is getting threatened when they
Does
hear
the dude with the effed up
Mute
haircut
up.
and the old ass
Scared me was in the
Lamborghini?
slow class.
What is that? A
And
cream
put
pie,
your booty
Jeremy?
Yo,
away, sir.
all right.
Go
Go
ahead,
Listen,
Mickey.
let's not stomp over Miki, man. Let her respond, please. Thank you.
No, it's perfectly fine because we know how macho men like to respond when a woman is speaking, right? He's probably just, oh my God, and yelling at the screen and so forth. You keyboard warrior, you with that buzz haircut, but you weren't in the military, now were you, tough guy? So let me answer my question, Marty, because it's interesting to me that you guys are now going to hear, I am so tired of you uninformed, unintelligible crackheads replying after I say something and getting all in your little feelings. You had a whole existential conversation. What is wealth? What is intelligence? What would I rather be? What would I rather be? Because I
You
hurt your
definitely got
little
shoved in lockers.
I hurt your little uninformed feelings. You went all the way into your little garage to show your dusty ass Lamborghini. Oh, you need to invest in somebody to come clean that shit. Do you need some recommendations, Jeremy? Because my guy comes right in the driveway. Okay, honey, you need to spend a little bit more money if you think that it's impressive that you have some. I didn't see a shine on that bitch. When is the last
to the
time you
Oh,
damn
went to
move
point,
get
forward,
please.
man.
Jesus
to get a
Christ.
See, please.
detail? Okay, if you're gonna put it on camera, can it at least be cute? Can it at least be cute? Can you at least be cute? I'm just saying, just a request from the ladies. So, like I was saying, TC, Nelson asked me the question. He didn't ask your goofy ass the question. I brought up the deficit and the debt between the two countries. Number one, Canada is not as big as we are. The United States is substantially larger. So, of course, we are expected to have the larger GDP. But just like we're looking at the financials of a company, when one brings in more money, but you spend more money, everybody knows what net worth is, right? It's assets minus liabilities. The United States has a huge financial liability that we have no way in the immediate future of taking care of. These tariffs are not going to help. The current budget proposal is not going to help. So today, I would actually bet Canada because you're focusing on making money, but I bet you're also not focusing on losing money, which is what the United States is doing. Elon is not really helping that because at the same time he's saying that he's getting rid of Doge contracts, you're also giving his ass multi-billion-dollar contracts. See how math works? It's always going to be your friend, ladies and gentlemen. Stick to math, stick to algebraic computations. I
Yo, I
promise you,
hate
it's
this girl.
going to save the day. Oh, I know you hate math. I know you
No,
do.
I
Okay,
really can't.
so
All right, one second,
Like,
LS.
this
One
girl is
second. What?
like a.
Jeremy,
No,
go ahead,
I've
bro.
never disliked some.
That's a woman.
Just
No,
hold
no.
on
Yeah, I
one
never
second,
dis.
chat. Let him respond. Yo, guys, stop muting the stage. Stop muting the stage.
Can I respond to her? Like, or
Stop
does she
muting the
just get to sit
stage,
up?
please. Thank you.
Can I
Jeremy, go
respond to
ahead, bro.
her? Or does she just
Respond.
get to sit up here?
Go ahead,
Like she
respond.
just sat up here and just insulted everybody. Like I don't even know how to respond to her. She's clearly the girl who's been shoved in her locker her whole life. Like I don't know how she can come up here and just shit on everybody and gaslight everybody and then be like, "How come people are treating me like this?" I like what? Like first of all, it's very clear that you're not an entrepreneur. You're clearly a leftist lunatic. Obviously, You definitely don't run your own business. I mean, it's clearly you're a nerdy McNerdston on top of that. And you just get up here and you just talk shit to people because you're like angry at yourself because probably no one ever want to touch your ass.
All right,
Well,
appreciate you.
that's
Anybody
fine,
else want
Joe.
to
That's all
jump
you
into the
had?
Wait,
Yeah, I
you're
got
conversation?
saying that
So
that
no,
you're
no,
you
no. When
Hold
Nick
on one
got
second.
Damn,
done,
that
Listen,
was
listen,
it.
done,
listen.
I missed where
hold
it
up.
Hold
ended. I
on.
missed where
One
That's
second.
it.
One second. One second.
Well,
Oh,
One
Michael
the
Myers.
second.
Hector
One
party.
one mic.
I'm
One mic.
talking now.
One
Yeah,
second,
I'm
bro. One
talking
second.
now.
One second. One
Hey,
second.
real quick, guys. I'm about to the other platform. I'm about to shut it down. I'll reopen it, but I'm shutting it down. But I'll reopen it right back. So if you guys are on another platform, you're about to go down. Thank you.
Appreciate
So
you.
there was no party. I'll
One
respond to
second.
that
One
if I
second.
could.
TC. One second. One second. We're gonna move on from that segment right there. The TC, Jeremy, Miki. Listen,
No,
if
no,
you
no,
guys
no.
wanna
This is not a
listen,
TC
bro. No,
Jeremy
you
Mickey.
said
This
what
is.
now? Appreciate it.
Can y'all
Yeah, no,
stop
bro.
muting
Listen,
me,
listen,
please?
listen, listen, bro. There's a lot
Y'all,
of people in.
you